Morning.
Hi, everybody.
I was just telling the guys, I'm so glad we didn't do an April Fool's prank.
Yeah.
It's become so hack.
Hack City.
Hack City, yes. So hack.
Mm-hmm.
We went out with a bang. I don't think we've done one since, huh?
Nah, there's no way. First, for the first few years, they wouldn't even let us on April Fools. They gave us the day off.
I forgot about that.
And then once we were on our first April Fools, I think we replayed like what had happened with the fire. And then after that, it's like, why would we bother after, making the old headlines for the big one?
I was talking to some people that are close to my family in my inner circle, explaining like how crazy radio used to be.
Yeah.
Because this person was not aware of, the history of the radio show.
The insanity that...
So I was talking about what we did in Boston back in the day, and said, there was a time, man, you just went on the air and said, fuck it, we're going to do this today. And no one really got fired.
No.
You didn't really get fired. It was really hard to get fired as a radio guy.
If you had ratings.
Especially if you had ratings. You got fired if you sucked.
Yeah.
They had no problem firing you for that. But if you had any taste of ratings, they never fired you.
No.
I mean, Mancow, I don't like the guy really, but he shut down the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
And got a haircut one day, and they didn't fire him for that.
That would be so arrested.
You would be fired, arrested, thrown in jail.
Right.
There'd be terrorist charges or terrorism charges.
Yeah. Lawsuits from people. Oh, it would be crazy.
You just never got fired.
No. If you got fired, it wasn't because of what you did. It was because they wanted to fire you anyway, and that was a good excuse.
Right. That's why we were blindsided.
Oh, man.
After the Sex for Sam thing.
I'm like,
they're not going to fire us. We got huge ratings. We're #1 up and down the entire East Coast. They're not firing us. What? We're fired? What happened? It was a game changer, obviously. So it brings us to today where no one really does real pranks anymore. They're just over-the-top douchey.
But is it good, clean fun? Because that's what's important.
But who wants good, clean fun?
Oh.
It's good. Well, it's not even good. Wait, so it's not good. It's
bad.
It's clean.
Clean.
It is clean, and it's not fun. So they should just call it clean.
Bad, clean, not fun.
Bad, clean, not fun. Yes. Even our own company with their air guitar.
It's hilarious. I tried to tune in.
Yeah.
There is no channel 666.
Oh.
I didn't even know. I spent hours looking for it. I called up customer service. I'm like, I want the air guitar channel.
It was good-natured.
And then I noticed there was snickering in the background.
It came from a good place.
Did it?
I don't know. I just think at that point you just don't do anything.
Yeah.
You either really try to get creative and do something that gets people talking. But if you do that, then someone's going to get pissed off and mad and write their stupid letter, and then there's problems.
Then there's a drama.
Or you just don't do anything, right? There was one radio station that did something. It just infuriated me.
It was brilliant.
Oh, it was horrendous.
Were you mad because we didn't think of it?
Kind of, yeah. There's a radio station somewhere. I don't even know where. I'm not even prepared to talk about this. But someone sent me the link, how douchey this one station was with their April Fool's prank. And I guess the female host of the show lost some kind of bet, so she had to walk naked around the radio station.
Oh shit.
So it was the big setup, and you hear a voice like, I can't believe I'm gonna do this, and you see cubicles and you don't have the big reveal yet. And I didn't click on this video thinking for a moment that it was actually going to be what it seemed like it was going to be.
Was it a basketball shot when you clicked on the link?
Oh,
yeah. I still see those fucking things.
No, it's really sad. Know how many times I get
you clicked on it. People always do that. Like, oh, this looks interesting. Oh, motherfucker!
That video has no business having well over 100,000 views.
No business.
That video should have done 10,000 views. Anyway, so then the big reveal is she appears and she's walking a dog whose name is Naked. But I guarantee the dog's not even named Naked.
She's walking naked.
But she put a sign under the dog that says naked. And I'm walking naked.
That's a good one.
Naked
I didn't
lady
see
walking.
That twist coming. That was like Sixth Sense shit right there.
Oh, naked lady walking her dog. That's from 2011. It's a newer one. I should have sent you guys the link.
Holy Toledo!
It just infuriated me though. And she was just having a good time with it. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, I'm walking naked.
I'm walking naked.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, if someone has the link, send it so we can play it here for everybody. It's just,
it's just fabulous.
Boy, it's
fascinating.
This is the business we're in.
This is the business we chose.
Yeah. But they thought that would be funny, or I don't know.
So you never saw her naked?
Outrageous. No. Well, you saw her naked, and trust me, the dog was naked, and you saw naked.
And trust me, you don't want to see her naked in the end either.
No. Oh, really?
She's like a 4, maybe. I'll give you a 4. What the hell? That's pretty good, right?
4 with booze is a 6.
That's true. So you're almost there.
Don't worry about it.
Throw a little cocaine in. You're up to a 7. You're 7.5.
You're styling.
That's
you
right.
Might actually show her to your friends.
Unless you want to go pagan. If you want to go pagan, then, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a good pagan every once in a while.
Nothing at all.
Got to throw one in there every once in a while to mix it up a bit.
You know what? If you don't have some bad, you can't appreciate the good.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I've heard over the years.
I love the good pagan every once in a while.
Please. God.
We're just praying no one sees you.
I remember one day at Marist College, Adam Ferrara went there, and he brought back this fucking girl that was just a disaster.
A monster?
Disaster.
What made her a disaster?
Everything that could be wrong with a girl that you think of an attractive girl.
All right,
was
so
the opposite.
I'll go no boobs.
Yes,
overweight.
Yeah, bashed up grill.
Bashed up grill.
Just really
boring eyes.
Yeah.
Doll's eyes.
Lifeless eyes.
Just stringy hair.
Yeah. Annoying. Like the whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole package. And we were all crashed out like on the floor of his dorm and shit.
Yeah.
And he was literally like a cartoon trying to tiptoe her out from around us. And we were awake, like we were waking up and looking.
Right.
And just started like oh, fuck, all right, take it easy, take it. And then when he shut the door and she left, we just started cracking up. And he's like, all right, fuck you. We were hammered the night before, so it was okay.
Right.
You give your friends the benefit of the doubt.
No.
But you're going to goof on them.
You don't give them the benefit of the doubt. What's wrong with you?
No, I mean, you're going to rag on them,
right.
But you never cast judgment because there but for the grace of God go I.
Sure. But you just hope you don't get caught.
Right.
If he's stupid enough to get caught, that's his business.
Then it's his problem.
Got to be stealth with that.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, one of my favorite stories is Patrice getting busted with. There was a girl he used to fool around with, and he referred to her as the fat bitch from The Wiz. That was what her name was. And I never learned what her real name was. He was like, yeah, I saw the fat bitch from The Wiz, and she worked at The Wiz, and she was a monster. And when Will, his roommate, caught him sneaking her out, he said he was so humiliated. He said Will was so nice about it. Just standing there with his hands on his hips, and he got caught like tiptoeing her down the steps.
Boy.
And that's
He wasn't nice about it because we all know the story.
No, but in that moment when he saw her, he was pleasant when he saw her. He was like, "Oh, hello, nice to meet you." Like, and she's like, "Oh, you piece of shit."
That's funny.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah, Keith caught me once too. Keith the cop. He was over the house one morning, and I was just like, "All right, you could head out. I'm not doing anything." He's like, "What's up?"
Hey, what's
I'm
up?
like, "Oh no," he knows. He goes, "Who's upstairs?" I'm like, nothing. He wouldn't fucking leave. And all of a sudden I hear some rustling upstairs. I'm like, oh no, she's gonna come down.
She pretty?
No.
How bad?
He used to call her lock washer because he said it looked like she ate a handful of lock washers and just started chewing on them.
While her teeth fucked up?
Yeah. Yeah, they were pretty fucked up.
Probably listening right now. Man.
No, she's not. Trust me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's dead.
She's dead?
Yeah.
Jesus.
This is years ago. This is right when I broke up with Melinda. Like right after. This was my rebound.
Oh, wow.
Was she?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I know.
Yeah.
Oh, do I know that one?
It might.
Why is she dead?
Drugs, I guess.
Jesus.
Yeah, a little drug overdose.
Oh, I think I kind of.
Yeah, it happens. What are you gonna do? It was a. Well, it was like it wasn't a relationship. I mean, we were just fucking, and she didn't like die the next day. It kind of happened.
Huh?
Yeah,
I know. I vaguely remember.
Yeah.
All right, let's say hi to Andrew in Atlanta.
Nice up break there.
That's the best ending to a fucking ugly chick story I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, you don't do better than that. Andrew, what's up?
What's up, dude? All right, so you're talking about pigging, right?
Well, we kind of were.
All right. Well, my buddy, just like what got me thinking about it, he was hanging out with some fat chick, good son chick, and he started, feeling his fingers in a little slit. Turned out not to be her vagina. Turned out to be a little fat slit. Did you ever run into that, Ope?
A what?
No.
No?
What he said.
No.
No. He was playing with a dick is what you're saying.
You know what I'm talking about? No, but like, she's like, the chick's so... Oh, God.
I understand what he's trying to say.
A fat slit?
Okay,
okay. All right, so there's folds of skin down there, and he thought he was diddling her, and he went into a fat slit, as he called it.
Yeah, but you make it sound like he thought it was a clit, but it was a small penis or something.
I think he said slit.
Whoa.
Oh, boy. It was a very big, small penis.
Yeah, then you throw her out for that.
What, you're talking about a big, sloppy vagina?
The labia had 2 testicles in it, too.
No. Just a bit, there's just so much, folds, going on. There's
right.
Yeah, but
so many folds.
You got to roll her in flour and look for the wet spot, right, guys?
Yeah.
Right? Am I right, guys? You fuck off.
Hand me that shovel. All right, now I understand, Andrew. Yeah, but if you're, oh man, my in-laws are listening.
Oh boy,
can't we do these breaks later when they go to work?
No.
Oh boy,
I could picture their kitchen. I've been there a million times. The coffee's brewing, and they're listening to this.
Here's what you say. There's 3 simple words.
Right.
It's a show.
No, they're cool, actually.
That's all I say. It's a show.
And plus, he's probably thinking about his stories from back in his fucking... You think he doesn't have any back in high school?
He's calling in. Right.
Exactly.
No, I guess, but...
Sorry.
No, I'm kind of with you now.
Well,
I don't know who's supposed to talk now. Me, him. It might be my problem today. What?
Loves
If you
talking.
don't mind, listen, Ope, in your pigging, like, did you ever run into that, though?
He's asking the same dumb question.
I guess the answer is very... Okay, listen. Okay, listen, I get what you're saying now, but when you go pigging, you take some of those things off the table, if you know what I mean. Right, Ant?
Yes, you do.
You got a beautiful girl, everything's on the table, but...
Beautiful girl.
When that number starts dropping, you take certain things off the table.
Right.
There's no ass licking. There's no going down.
You gotta take shit off the table.
You might do a little finger popping still, fist popping if they have big giant vaginas.
Yes.
You might not even kiss the girl. I mean, there's a lot of things to take off that table.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of girls have bad breath. A lot of girls have bad breath.
Hang on. Oh.
Sir, have you ever talked to people before?
Holy shit!
I think it's now him, right?
Yeah, sir,
Shut
it's
up!
you.
Okay.
We got you. Someone else is trying to talk. You're just babbling.
God damn it.
You really are, sir. You're
Just
yammering.
mixed up pagan with beautiful.
You're yammering.
I love this guy. He's
the worst.
my favorite.
I'm not
Please
yammering.
call.
I'm just trying to talk.
Andrew, please call
Babbling.
every day. I want you to be one of my regulars.
You're
Love you.
an asshole. I hate you.
Oh God!
All right, what else there, Andrew?
Not for you.
No. Like, I don't got no what else. We're talking about pigging, and I had a buddy,
Yeah, we got the story
we
from
heard
you.
you.
Right?
Yeah. We heard you.
All right, we're gonna hang up now. You did very well, though.
All right. Good.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Jesus.
Call tomorrow,
All right,
please.
love you guys.
Every day.
Love you guys.
All right,
Sam,
bye.
love you, dude.
Thank you, dude.
He
I
loves
love
you.
I appreciate. I don't dislike
He
you.
loves you.
I was just trying to go into a thing about pigging.
Talking about
How many
bad breath.
awful
and
women are out there, and he just starts yammering.
talking about women's breath, and he fucking
I know.
All right.
going off.
How do they not know?
No, it's all good.
There was Jimmy knows this one girl. Became part of his act for a little while, but I was dating for a very short time, literally a supermodel.
Oh.
Not a supermodel like you would know, but someone that was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And you would know her too, by the way.
Oh.
And
Well.
problem was her breath was horrendous.
Really?
And I couldn't get, and I really liked her.
Couldn't get past it?
I couldn't get past it. Jimmy knows, too.
It's the word. I don't know exactly what I mean.
It became a bit in Jimmy's act because I used to talk about it with Jimmy, and
she would try to kill it with gum, right? No good.
She would just chew gum constantly. Her breath smelled as bad as a dumpster.
What was it?
I don't know.
I think it was tummy problems.
I don't know what it was.
That's gums, man. I think that's a weird thing. When people are chewing, especially when they chew that wintergreen, here's the word, wintergreen makes really bad breath worse in 5
Really?
minutes.
It gives it like a carrier. It gives it a place to latch onto and get out.
Sweet smell, yeah.
Oh, nice.
She was beautiful. And
yeah.
She did a lot of modeling.
Ooh,
and
wow.
we might have met her through the radio show back in the day.
Oh.
And but her breath was so freaking bad.
That's heartbreaking, isn't it? Heartbreaking.
And I thought, I mean, we all have bad breath from time to time, so you
sure.
figure, all right, she's having a bad day.
Bad day.
All right, she's having a bad week.
Sure.
When it gets to, all right, she's having a bad month.
Consistent.
Yeah. And you can't say anything.
Wow. Did she have problems with her teeth? Did you notice any?
Nothing.
No?
That's the weird part.
No
I never
tongue film? Nothing like that?
I never was able to figure out what the problem was.
What did you
Maybe
do
she
when
was
you...
puking a lot.
I was just going to ask you if she had any eating issues.
Model, a fucking bulimic. Oh, it makes sense.
But she didn't look like she was a puker, but maybe that's what it was.
She
Maybe
didn't look that skinny to me, right?
She was all right, and maybe it was the bile coming up or something.
Oh.
Then some of that gets stuck in between the teeth. I
Oh,
don't know.
boy. Oh, boy.
Yeah, there are some fucking
Little
rancid
bile.
ones.
But I can back up what Jimmy's saying. That's a game changer.
It's like, how do you not know? Like, if you're going to fuck somebody, or if just to hook up once, how do you not at least be aware of that? Mm-hmm. You know, we all have it sometimes, but I mean, putrid, no gum, it makes me angry.
A good flossing will take care of that, too.
Yeah, sometimes it will help.
A couple days of flossing, you could take care of your issues.
Flossing.
I hope people around here are listening to that.
Oh, boy.
What happened?
Not if it's dry, though. Sometimes it's a dry.
What is that about?
Dry. It might mean they eat too much sugar. Some people eat sugar, and it's like I won't eat a lot of sugar because it dries my mouth out, so I know not to eat it. Certain foods will dry people's mouths out, and they eat it anyway.
Yikes.
Terrible.
Let's go to... Oh, Texas is always good for a call. Matt in Texas.
Hey, what's going on, O&A?
Hey.
My fan. Yeah, when you were talking about Hagen and how like certain things are off the table, totally disagree, man, and including the ugly chicks too. You got to go all out. So when you do get that hot piece of ass, it's like, holy shit, I'm not burying my.
No, you take things off the table. Everyone knows that.
No, you're gone.
Man. You got to go for the whole disgusting, awesome,
You
the whole
really?
situation. Yeah, man. If you're not in the toilet bowl, puking your fucking face up.
You're not doing the job
calling
right.
up an ex-girlfriend and like, hey, we need to get back together. Then
You're an animal. You're absolutely an animal. There's no
Jesus.
way.
hey, man,
You accept that you're pinging, but then
That's
in your
all
mind you
here.
quickly go through the checklist of things you're not going to do.
She's getting the
Well, I
basic
mean-
model, not the loaded model
Right.
with all the features.
Well, I mean, you got to do like pre-checks. You got to just slip the finger, then smell the finger real quick, and like that shit smells like last week's cheese. And
Oh, come on now.
Even if it smells like this week's cheese, it's not good for a vagina.
No.
Come on, Jimmy.
Even fresh cheese is not good for a vagina.
I don't do well with smells.
No.
I've been with women over the years where the smell is what, and it's not a bad smell.
Right.
The smell's not right, and it just drives me nuts. Like it's a complete turnoff.
But can a good smell, like if like I like weird stuff, like I like the smell of feet or underarms, only on the right girl though. If the chemistry is right, that smell drives me crazy.
Oh yeah, that's nature
but
working.
If it's bad, I can't be around them.
And it's not like they have BO or anything. It's
Right.
their smell is
Yeah.
not right for you.
Their natural scent can be
Right.
sexy or terrible.
Jeez, so animalistic.
You don't like that at all though?
No, I do.
Like, but as long as it's not like a dirty.
Right. It's going to be dirty.
All right, thank you. Thank
no
you.
problem.
All
I
right,
say
let's
that,
go to
but I like
Bob in
stinky
Louisiana. Bob has a good story. I hope this is true. We
Hey there,
hate
Bab.
fake radio stories, by the way.
Oh, Bab.
Don't fool around with that shit with us, please. What's up, Bob?
I don't know. This was back in the 90s. I just broke up with my girlfriend, so some friends thought, hey, we'll hook you up with this girl we know. Ooh. So I was driving it. It was a 94 Saturn, and it was stick shift. I pull up, as soon as she walked around the corner, I was like, oh, shit. She probably topped out at a good 550, 600 pounds. She got into the car.
Wait. So you still said fuck it, even though you saw that she was 550 to 600 pounds?
Stuck. I mean, she was there. I mean, what the fuck? I'm going to just, peel out and
It's true. It's a Dreamweaver moment.
Yeah, 600 pounds, you peel out. Someone's 200 pounds, you deal with it. 600 pounds, you drive away.
What's she going to do, chase you?
You're a drive-by. Hold on. You're a drive-by rookie, by the way.
Yeah.
You always say a different car just in case they're 550 pounds. And then you fly by, and then you write them back or whatever, and say something like, "Ah, man, something came up. Sorry, we'll try to redo this."
Right.
And if they are all right, you pull up with a car that's not the one. You'd go, "Oh, I decided to, take this car instead."
You could even let her in on it because that would be kind of a compliment. It's like I was gonna, to make sure, I bought a different car because I wasn't sure. But man, you're just the bestest.
You gotta be good with the drive-by.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of rules. But anyway, so you said screw it.
The problem was that she lived right across. I lived in one apartment complex. She lived right across the street in another apartment complex.
Oh, Cloverfield standing there in a sundress. Just keep driving.
How'd you meet her? Online or something?
No. It was some friends hooked me up as a blind date.
Why do they do that? Right?
A bunch of pricks.
Those aren't friends, man.
Yeah, no shit. So anyway, she gets in, and I start taking off down the road. First gear, second gear, no problem. Third gear, the car just bogs the fuck down. I couldn't get the fucker out of third gear. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I sat there, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I told her, I guess I'm having some car problems. We circled the block. I dropped her back off, went back to my house. I was like, oh, fuck this. I'm never calling her. I avoided going past that apartment complex as much as possible.
I'll bet you that she's so used to that, she probably didn't even unplug the iron because she knew she'd be back in 5 minutes.
Left the stove on, water running in the tub.
I'll bet you she threw a 3-minute egg in, knowing she'll eat it when she got home.
It's an ostrich egg. She's a very hungry gal.
A few people saying the hot girl with the bad breath, that's all bulimia.
It might be.
Yeah, could be.
A couple people are saying that. We don't have to go to those calls. Let's say hi to TJ in Colorado. TJ.
Good morning, boys.
Hey, buddy.
Claire.
Hey, man, just a kid. Second girl I ever had sex with. So I'm just happy to be in there. And we start going. About halfway through, I start smelling this rancid smell. Never smelt this stuff before. In the middle of having sex with this woman, the young girl herself, I say, can you smell that? What does that smell?
Oh, no, you dummy.
Something's like, I didn't have no fucking clue. She's like, just be quiet, just be quiet. The whole time I'm asking, do you smell that? Do you smell that? Finally, it's finished. She's getting up. She got dressed so fast. And I was like, I thought it was me.
You insulted her, sir.
Yes.
That's
So was it a vagina?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that smells brutal,
She was in
man.
sports and came over right after practice, evidently, and didn't have time to clean up, per se.
But
and
that's a
so I got
turnoff
my
for
first
Jimmy.
lesson.
No, it's funny. I
used to like sweaty girls, I remember.
Sweaty girls I can handle, but there was one I had, let's just say within the last few years. And it was one of those, it was a really weird, like almost a milky.
Oh, boy.
You know that smell like someone's got, like, it smells like a yeast infection? Like, that's.
You're making me gaggy.
But I mean, that's the type I can't get past. And I'm pretty good with that stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the kind that's like, whoa. And it was really, and the girl was very hot too, and it really bothered me.
Oh, man.
It was horrendous. And I couldn't, when you're having sex and you're like, oh no.
Oh, no. You actually had to, like.
We've all been through it, yeah.
Yes.
It was terrible.
All right, TJ.
Take it easy, fellas.
I will.
Right.
I will. For the ladies out there, I will say, I'm sure there's instances where guys have swamp ass and they're fucking,
of course.
their fucking balls are just rubbing against their disgusting putrid assholes.
We're no treat.
Ugh.
Our balls could get.
And that's got, and a trooper will just go right down there and fucking go to town. Fucking troopers.
That's the worst.
Oh man.
It's the worst. How do you not aware
I like
of that?
a good scrub-a-dub-dub before I'm going out with a young lady.
This was internal.
Yeah.
This is one of the, you don't notice it until things are you're having sex for a while.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like the friction just like releases whatever.
It's amazing. It's like a scratch and sniff with your dick.
Yeah.
Right.
Scratch and gag. Terrible.
I was pretty much raped by a fat chick while hammered. No, you weren't.
Nice.
What are you talking about?
Can't happen.
I don't believe guys could actually get raped by women. Yeah. Jimmy in New York.
They wanted it.
It happened, and go fuck yourself. It was awful.
What happened?
I was a bartender, and a bunch of us used to hang out after hours, and this chick wanted me for a long time. She was a fucking animal. And I'm a big guy myself, and I was always nice. I would never, shun her or anything, but she finally got me one night. That was it, man. We left the bar. It was probably like 5:30, 6 in the morning, and I left with other bartenders. It was like a clique of people that I used to hang out with. This fucking guy was laughing the whole time. He, like, pretty much carried me up the fucking stairs to this girl's apartment.
Ew.
And he was with another chick. The only thing that I got away with, he was with a chick that he shouldn't have been banging. She had a boyfriend that we were friends with. Mm-hmm. So he couldn't say dick about me banging this girl because I would have blew up his spot. But anyway, the next day I wake up and I'm fucking there with her and I'm like, fucking shit. And she had to drive me back to work that day. She pulls me into the parking lot in the back of the bar, and the fucking people see me. The cooks are seeing me. The Mexicans, they're all laughing.
This is a story. This is a story you tell in the shed while you're drinking like beers and whiskey with your friends.
Right.
This sounds like every Long Island fucking little hangout I've had in the backyard where someone goes, "Hey, let me tell you what happened. This fucking chick."
It was true, man. I got fucking
alrighty.
All right. Fair enough.
All right. The other guy sounded like Oscar Lapidus and Sonny LaPalata. I'm out.
All right. Yeah.
So there I was. No, guys, let me tell you this. This chick, she come on my house, right? You're like, oh, fuck. Give me another beer.
Let's go to Zach in Jersey. Zach.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Just carry on what Jimmy was saying about that milky smell. Used to date this girl, and like bang her, everything was fine, but then she'd fall asleep with her mouth open, and she'd snore, and then wake up in the middle of the night, and the room had like this yogurt kind of smell.
Holy shit!
I never knew what it was, and then it turns out, so years later, I ended up marrying her friend, and they were all together one night, and they're talking about how they used to have sleepovers, and they'd have to leave the room because this girl would do the same thing. She'd wake everybody up in the middle of the night.
She'd reek the room up with her breath. Wow, that's fucking industrial.
Yeah.
You know what it was?
Yes.
She snored, right? That means her mouth was probably open because she wasn't breathing. It would probably dry out and get that dry, awful mouth smell.
Dying bacteria.
Your air just pushes out to the room.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job, Zach. That's funny.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Sean in North Carolina. Sean.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
I was right out of high school and met this little Puerto Rican chick at work, and she was a couple of years older than me.
Racist.
And got with her one night, and I was going down on her, eating her, and I was like, what the hell? Nice little cottage cheese discharge in my mouth.
Holy fuck. Exactly. It's safe to say every pants have a tent in them right now in this room.
Enjoy your eggs, boys. Enjoy your eggs.
Holy mackerel.
Wow. Oh, God.
Wow.
I kind of just dry heaved a little bit.
Wowie, wow.
That one got me. Jay in Connecticut. Jay.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, buddy.
Grand.
By the way.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, so I meet this girl, right, and she was kind of a weirdo to begin with. She had some mental issues, but she was hot, so I went for it. You know, like every guy probably would.
Of course.
But anyways, I ended up with her tonight. We ended up in the sack, and, you know, we're going at it, and I smelling this really bad smell.
In a sack.
And I'm like, God, hey, what the heck is that? And, you know, at first I didn't say anything, you know, we kept going at it. And then I just, you know, the smell just started continuing. I was like, okay, I got to say something. I said, what is that smell? Well, obviously she's been smelling it too, so she gets up, she runs to the bathroom, and I'm in suspense of what's going on. She comes out and she's holding a tampon in her hand, and she goes, "I found it."
Come on.
I believe him.
I don't.
I don't think she'd run out and yell, "I found it."
I don't.
No,
Then his friend fell out of the closet with the
believe him.
camcorder, and he was puking, and the camcorder, the tape broke, and he doesn't have it. And everyone started puking and shitting.
Right.
Yeah, that's funny. And then people in the neighbors started puking. Oh,
Yeah.
that guy's the worst.
He was great. He was terrific.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay. I believe you. I believe you, buddy.
I'm going no on that one.
All right. Celebrity pigging stories coming in. Another one. My aunt went into labor while my uncle was eating her out.
Oh shit!
I fucked a girl with a pussy that smelled so bad I had to stick it in her ass.
By the way, eating out is the worst fucking term for going down on a girl.
Right?
It's the worst. So I'm eating her. It's a horrible, disgusting term for going down on a girl. It's terrible.
All right, I got to go with this one. There's a lot of good ones, but Brian in Kansas City.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Brian.
I couldn't resist calling this one in, but this is about 15 years ago.
Back guy's just phoning in this call.
Right.
I was at a party with some friends and met this girl, and she's hot girl, perfect body, great tits, everything.
Ooh.
Get her back to my apartment, put her on my bed, spread her legs, got a miniskirt on, spread her legs. I'm kneeling on the bed, or kneeling on the floor next to the bed, and I pull her panties off, white cotton panties, and there is the biggest, thickest skid mark in her panties. Looked like a Hershey bar had melted. And the worst part about it is I went down on her anyway. I mean, I'm at the point of no return.
You're there.
I messed it up and went down on her anyway.
It's like combat.
Wow.
Once you're there, you gotta, you're there. You gotta go in.
That's what all the training's for. God damn it.
Your training
You've been
kicks
training
in.
all those years.
Your training kicks in.
Beautiful vagina, but the smell was rancid.
That's great.
I mean, she had to be mortified because she had to have known when she got dressed afterwards.
Yeah. Was in there.
Anyway, that's my story. I mean, that's probably the sickest thing I've ever done.
Stick to it.
Luckily, but couldn't resist calling that one in.
Good job, Brian.
All right, you guys take it easy.
All right.
See, in that situation, here's my training, I would think. In that situation, I would spill something accidentally on the panties on the floor and stuff. And they go, "Oh, here's some pajama pants. Let me throw this in the wash." That way, the skid marks are gone, everyone gets their clothes clean, and nobody's feelings are hurt.
But it's still on her body.
Well, I understand that.
If you can make a skid mark like
spill
that.
a little on her, too. Hey, maybe you should take a shower.
And then she breaks up with you because she thinks she had Parkinson's.
I think at that point you don't eat the whole ice cream cone.
Right.
You just kind of enjoy the cherry for a little while.
It's good. It's like one of those mixed chocolate vanilla cones.
Exactly.
You just stick to the vanilla side.
Exactly. That's even better.
Just
Thank you.
stick to the vanilla side.
See, you took my bed and made it a little better.
I hear you.
That's why it's been 20 years of terrificness.
20 years.
I start the concept and you hammer it home. Perfect. What's that?
An X-ray of a chainsaw embedded in a worker's neck. How the fuck does that guy even live?
Well,
that's crazy.
Look, you could see why. It didn't hit anything.
Maybe.
Didn't hit his spine.
Damn.
Wow.
He's lucky, though.
Did the guy attack him or did he fall on? I bet he fell on
disconnected it from the motor. But keeping the blade in his neck, doctors say, is what kept him from bleeding to death. Wow. He's doing fine after surgery and is expected to make a complete recovery. Wow. 30 stitches, an hour of surgery. It was a 1/4 inch from his carotid artery.
Okay. Whoa, that's a big bitch.
Yeah. Amazing. I have good.
Only 30 stitches?
30 stitches.
Yeah,
you had
like
a chainsaw in your neck.
Why would they move her back
Now,
into the
because he
set?
survived, thank the Lord, he has a phenomenal
That is a good
tough guy story.
Yes.
Morning
You cannot
show
tough him,
banter
Chris Cuomo.
with their little coffee cups in front of them. They don't need their little coffee
I had a
cups.
chainsaw in my neck. I'm not afraid of it.
Good stuff.
You can't.
Yep.
Not even you. The only
That'll
person
get the
I know
ratings up.
who's had something tougher than that happen to them is probably our meteorologist.
Wow, good time.
Fucking her pussy.
Like every other show, the hot weather girl.
No. I can't even imagine something like that happening in your life. It's unbelievable.
Okay, Storm's going to be moving
I do want
into
to quickly change subjects because what I do want to point out is we are going to be slowly ramping.
Wait till you hear what the morning shows did for April Fools.
I want to hear that.
We'll do it after break because we got food here.
Oh, we sure do.
I want to make sure you didn't miss any good stories. We've pretty much done these, even though there's some more good ones.
Yeah. What happened, Trav?
Oh, that's fine. Go.
I might as well.
Go, man, go.
Just let her rip, Trav.
Go, man, go.
It's your show, Travis.
You know what?
We're really mad at you. We're really mad.
Oh, my God.
Call
Travis.
it all freaks.
We're mad.
Mad?
Yeah.
Why would you be mad?
Poor Travie. He's incompetent.
Is it ready to go now?
Yeah, I'm
Is it ready to go now?
Cool.
ready to go now.
There's no. All right. Can I take one more call?
Sure.
Oh, wow.
Because
Thank God Travis
try
did
again?
that.
No, hold on.
I'm sorry. Why would we?
Brian in Jersey.
Hey guys, how you doing, man?
Hello.
Brian, come on. I see what you want to say.
This is the truth. I was like 15.
Okay.
My very first time, we were at a party, got with this girl.
Hold on. I wouldn't have taken that bite, Ant. I
know.
I wouldn't have taken that bite. All right, go ahead.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, Brian. Sorry.
All right, now that's all right, boys. But I got up with this girl. It was my very first time. We're in the bedroom at this, house, whatever.
Right.
And I'm thinking I'm sucking on her nipples, right?
Yeah.
And I get this taste in my mouth. And what it was is where the bra was, must have created a big zit, and it popped right in my mouth.
Oh,
my God. Where the bra was rubbing. She had a big zit.
It's even worse to hear it.
I was eating all the fucking juice out of it.
We understand, sir.
Yeah. You don't have to.
I believe you.
Anymore.
I believe you.
I don't want to believe it.
That happened to my friend.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
You know what? I wish it didn't happen to me, but
Yeah, of course.
that was my first experience, boys.
Well, you know what, sir?
That's what I gotta say.
After all these years, I mean, you just have to.
Yeah, and suck in a zit.
The Opie and Anthony Show will be right back.
Guns N' Roses, that's another one we always have on. There's always Guns N' Roses news.
That's not. I rarely play Guns N' Roses.
Oh, no.
What?
I've heard it before.
Duff McKagan is reuniting with Guns N' Roses for 5 shows in South America. My God.
Is that Guns N' Roses with Axl?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're getting closer to a full-on
Is Slash going to be
reunion.
there? Yeah, it's not.
Not yet. Yeah, but they'll get to that point.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe, yeah.
Is it reasonable?
I don't even say maybe. It'll happen. There's too much money involved.
Once they didn't go into the hall together, I'm like, wow, that's usually bands can put it down for one day to do the hall, and they didn't do that.
No, he's always
Dancing with Mr. Brownstone.
This is about heroin.
It's too bad he's such an asshole. He's just an asshole.
He's one of the best frontmen ever in the band.
Man, were they fucking huge.
I know we've done this break a million times, but I have no problem with it. Appetite for Destruction from beginning to end. There's one big sing-along.
There wasn't one job site I was on during the 90s and stuff, around that time, the early 90s, that didn't have a fucking big boombox with Guns N' Roses blasting every day.
Yeah, well, that's what you do at the job site. That's why things don't get done. Turn that off. Turn that
kids
off.
don't understand. You're at lunch break, you want to listen to some Sinatra, that's between you and, the boss.
Yeah, you put the standards on.
The standards.
God. Nice. By the way, it's podcast day. The Opie and Anthony podcast. Every Wednesday, a new episode. A lot of people are using that instead of, well, maybe I shouldn't say. They're kind of frustrated with the service, so they're just relying on the podcast. Probably shouldn't say that. What's this week's podcast, Sam Roberts?
Well, it's very taxi themed.
Yeah?
Yes,
Taxi themed.
It's.
I would think.
Let's cab stories.
I would think Amy Schumer.
No.
We didn't go with an Amy Schumer story on the
cabbie that diddled
Why
her?
wouldn't we?
We didn't. We filled out. I mean, it was just a quick 2 bits.
And some drunk blonde in your cab.
Yeah, but I think you got to put the Amy Schumer story on
The
there.
show just started.
Yeah.
We will. Yeah, but this is timely. She's going to be a big star, and her
Very
show
timely.
just
Big
started. She's
star.
all over the media right now.
Dancing lessons, diddling lessons.
And you squeeze her story in there as well.
I agree.
Uh-oh. Why? What do you have? By the way?
We put on the positive cabbie.
Remember that asshole?
Yeah. Yes.
Positive
who else?
cabbie.
Except you kept sneaking in
Was he
HIV.
HIV? Yes, of course. Why wouldn't we?
Positive cabbie. Yeah, I met him. I met him, and I took his cab.
Yeah, you dragged him in. He was creepy.
Oh,
was he the one with the American flag tie?
Yeah. And I remoted him, too. Was that
Yeah.
That's right.
And then Anthony and Patrice doing the...
Yeah, the taxi
Oh,
challenge.
Nigga-Nazi.
Oh, Nigga Nazi is funny.
Really funny.
Really
man.
That was good.
All right, very cool. Should do very well. Go get it.
We checking those numbers? How are they?
We can do it right now.
Oh, man.
We don't need to.
I think we should tease it for a while. You just don't give it to the people.
Well, you don't tell them the numbers.
Right.
They don't see it anyway.
But they like to hear that
They
we're
like to
checking
hear
the
the
numbers.
excitement, though, Sam.
They do, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You don't think so?
No.
Did we tweet the link for the podcast so I can retweet the O&A Show Twitter account?
I would hope so.
Oh.
Yes, it's been tweeted.
All right, where is that now?
O&A show on Twitter.
Is that us?
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
I don't see it. Oh, wait, maybe I see it. Hold on. Let me.
And
do
that
it.
account, by the way,
Oh, here we go. Look at me.
going to be live tweeting during the big unmasked.
Oh, I'm going to be live tweeting during that.
No, you have to be concentrating on what's going on.
But I like live tweeting events, things.
And where are we at with the cupcakes?
Oh, God. Oh, God. That
Where are we at with
annoyed
the cupcakes?
piss out of me yesterday.
They did?
Oh, so annoying.
Why, because you don't like cupcakes?
Yeah, that's why. I have no idea what calls going out to celebrities embarrassing us with such a dumb idea.
That is embarrassing.
I got a text from a celebrity.
Did you?
Yes,
Paul
I did.
Williams?
What did I say?
Paul Williams?
Rob Bartlett.
Oh, there you
Don
go.
Imus's show.
Don Imus's show.
And a friend of ours. Somebody from Sirius called me yesterday and asked me if I would come down to Caroline's on the 17th and give you guys a cupcake.
Oh, boy. ...
April
Falls.
April Falls.
April Falls.
Well,
And he did
Falls.
spell it that way, too, yes.
And they wouldn't give Rob Bartlett, if you've ever seen Rob Bartlett, they'd probably hand him 6 and hope one made it to the stage.
Right.
He's a big boy.
So, all right, I retweeted the link, too. Go get our podcast every Wednesday. Don't forget.
Rob's great. Sent me a bunch of, like, barbecued ribs, frozen and stuff.
Why?
Just because I was having a party, and he was like, hey, can't make it, but here.
Why didn't he come?
I don't
What kind
know.
of person
He's
is
busy.
he?
He's invited to all my parties. He came to one. He brought a bunch of those Mexican Coca-Colas that are made with sugar instead of the, like, corn syrup, whatever the fuck they use, the high fructose shit. And it's made with real sugar. And you put that in the Captain Morgan and shit. Oh, it was great.
It's delicious.
He is a pro at partying.
But it sounded like he did a rewrap on the ribs. Sounds like it was something that was sent to him.
A regifting?
Because it was shipped from the
regifting.
actual company.
Oh.
That was like, because it came in the big styrofoam thing with the dry ice.
That's not nice. That's needy shit.
Needy?
It's
It was
needy.
fantastic. I thank him again. I'm going to thank him again right now. Thank you, Rob Bartlett.
That's going a little too much out of the way.
And you know when we ate him? It was a bunch of people after a poker game, and it was 7 in the morning, and we had them for breakfast.
No, really?
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Nice. With little eggs?
No, just the ribs for breakfast.
Throw the little eggs in there.
Couldn't be bothered.
Speaking of barbecues.
Oh, yeah.
I know there's a video going around where, people are sending it around because I'm not stupid because they hate black people. And they're like, oh, look at black people being stupid. But I think it's an amazing idea.
Yeah.
The shopping cart barbecue.
Oh, I saw that.
I think it's an amazing idea.
I bet you didn't go to the same site I went to see that.
No, I did not.
exactly. NAMBLA's homepage.
Oh, Jesus.
But they failed trying to recruit me because I sat there looking at that same video going, damn, that's pretty smart. There was a time I had no money. I would have loved to do that.
What happened? What is the video?
Look.
They put the wood
Look,
on the part. You know where you put like your big bag of dog food or your charcoal or something?
A case of water.
A case of water. You put it on the bottom of the cart. That's where he put the wood.
Right.
And then...
Set the grill.
Hold on, you got to start over though, because these guys rule.
And then in the actual cart itself, because it's like a grill, on the bottom of the cart, that's where they put their steaks.
Let's retweet this video, or tweet out this video as well for the people.
That's actually pretty brilliant.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you got to make do.
But they were passing us around like, look at these, you know.
But why would they? I hope they wash the bottom of that. That's all I'm thinking as I'm seeing this is like,
slow down.
The fire kills all that.
The fire's going to kill all the germs.
I wouldn't wash it.
I don't know.
I probably would have put tinfoil down, though, because I don't know what's melting off the shopping cart.
I bet he didn't wash it.
But I would have put tinfoil.
Oh, yeah, tinfoil.
Yeah.
Would have helped a
Where's he
little
going to get tinfoil? He's barbecuing with a shopping cart.
It's brilliant.
A couple of aisles down from where he stole the steaks, perhaps.
All right, play this.
Alright, I gotta record this shit, nigga. This what you call motherfucking ghetto families to the fullest, nigga. Hold on. Let me get exclusive on this meat, goddamn. You know what I mean? That's how we do this shit.
No grill, nigga.
You feel me? Check the grill out, nigga. Look, nigga.
I don't love him.
Hold on, nigga. That's a mobile grill, nigga. Grill on wheels.
Grill on
wheels. That's how we do things, man. Where I'm from, nigga, you gotta eat. You feel me?
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Season water. That's right. All we missing is some onions on this bitch. You feel me?
How you feel me? It's a whole nother language. I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
Was he marinating it?
Nigga from Publix brought us a Kroger goddamn buggy.
Buggy.
Alright.
Got tongs.
Yeah. Shout out to the show, bro. Shout out to the show.
Shout out to the show. What's happening? You know, you my baby Drake.
Alright. We do this shit. Get on fabulous.
This is just like the barbecues at my house.
It is, but with smarter dialogue.
You ain't gonna believe this shit, nigga. This shit neat, though.
God, the Opester wish he was this cool and talked like this.
Oh, my God.
These guys sound like New Orleans or where is this
there's
from?
somewhere where they say buggy instead of cart.
Nigga, you talking about the hood? Nigga, that's some hood shit.
I think that's like L.A.
Is that
Oh,
great?
is it LA? Wow. I was
Could
way
be
off.
out west.
Yeah.
Rocks and sticks.
There you go.
That is fan-fucking-tastic.
I couldn't have been farther off. If I said New Orleans and it was LA.
It didn't kind of. It sounded kind of L.A.
Okay.
I don't know. That is fucking great. That is fucking great.
I like that one.
I get on tears where I will watch videos like that for hours on end and just giggle. It's so fun.
Are you giggling because they're just really good, solid videos? Or?
No, I'm giggling at the speech. It's just the body language, the whole thing. The little group of guys. They're having fun.
That's a great cadence, though. Like if that's your natural way of speaking, that's kind of a cool way to talk.
Get the buggy, nigga.
Yeah.
Get some of them onion, nigga.
Shout out to Kroger. Who gives a shout out to Kroger?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh, good. Okay, it's on O&A Show Twitter, and I retweet as well. So go look at that.
I watched the video of some
funny.
big black chick, and she was on top of some guy that kind of looked black/Hispanic, and she was pinning him down in the street, and she's like, "I'm not letting you up. I ain't letting you up. You gonna hit me? I ain't letting you up. I'll call the police." And he was so concerned. He goes, "I got drugs on me. I got drugs on me."
Really?
And the bitch wouldn't let him up.
So let's watch that.
Panicked.
Is it a long video?
It was good, and it's they were calling it the greatest cinematography in a hood rat video ever because the camera goes around and but it's all real. But some guy knew how to work his iPhone very well. Yeah, I don't know what it is. What the fuck was her name? Oh man, Pumpkin. It was pretty good though. I found that on my other website that I visit sometimes, and I've noticed a couple of my diatribes have been added to the strings of on their message.
Congratulations!
Very.
I did a bit
N-word mania. Without N-word though.
I did a bit for Leno one time. It was opening day in New Orleans.
Oh yeah,
covering this. I didn't go to the Saints game, but I just covered the whole.
Oh right, I remember when you did that.
People do before.
Yeah, barbecue.
And it's you talk to the white area and the black area, like in the under the bridge where they kind of, what's it called, tailgating. And the black people were so fucking hardcore. I mean, they would just shout out to Jay Leno, but they would just, it was really hard to understand.
Yeah.
But it was really cool, and the Tonight Show didn't show most of it. It was like, I don't know.
It's a little too ethnic for a Tonight Show.
And it's like you're not mocking the guy by showing him talk like that. It's just, that's who the guy is.
I think they see it as that, though, yeah. They might.
I love that guy. I'm glad I was there with the camera crew. It would not have gone as well for me if I weren't.
Camera saved your ass.
I believe so.
What you doing here, nickel?
Yeah, I could have gotten bad fast.
Yeah.
This guy used to London broil on a tombstone in an abandoned graveyard.
Fuck yeah.
Who's that? Who would do that? Only an extreme chef would do something like that.
Or a mortician, a grave digger.
Dave, how do you get that done?
We used to hang out in an abandoned graveyard by the railroad tracks. The last person buried in there was like the 1870s. The tombstones were all ripped out of the ground. The little bush that somebody planted on a grave now is a tree.
Paint a nice picture, Stephen King.
Yeah, you do. Was the moon heavy? Cloudy night?
Yeah, we were smoking.
Enough time goes by, there won't be a trace that you ever lived.
From Meal of the Macabre.
Right. You think they're going to keep up these graveyards 100 years from now?
Yeah.
Hannah.
Oh, Hannah. They just moved the stones and build fucking condos on there.
I understand. Yeah, then the creepy old guy
You
comes
left the
up to
bodies. You left the bodies.
your screen door. Go ahead, Dave. So how do you do this? You got to get that tombstone nice and hot.
The tombstones were broken off of the bases. We took the base, we took 3 of them, and made like a little fire pit. Took the other
so it wasn't
tombstone and laid it across the top.
Oh, he did.
Go to Bohack, steal a London broil and a roll of tin foil. Get a fire underneath the tombstone for a couple of hours and spread out the tin foil. Slap the London broil on top.
The stone gets really hot. That's a little creepy, though.
Yeah. Like I said, she was dead in 1870, and we were there.
But at some point, that stone was new. There were people standing around crying, looking at it.
And their best...
the black mourning outfit. Yeah.
Now you're using it to cook London
Now some
broil.
fucking drunk is thieving London broils and cooking it on her fucking...
There's no hope for anyone's legacy in the end.
Smoking a plastic bong next to it.
See? I used to hang out in this an old cemetery in Northport. It was actually remember the old cemetery up on the hill off 25A? It was like it was an old fucking cemetery. Went up there.
I think the Satan kids used to hang in the
It was. There were some Satan kids, but then there were some kids that just kind of liked the creepy kind of aspect of it. We used to go up there and smoke some weed up there, and it was all creepy and quiet and shit. Yeah.
It's peaceful.
Yeah, but, dumb fucking kids smoking pot, drinking, and making noise.
You can feel all the spirits, though.
Yeah, man.
They're there.
Check out all the empties.
You can feel an energy. Check out the empties, man.
Check out the empties, man.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Get enough of that.
And I'm going to do this as a goof, but I'm this close to a T-shirt.
A T-shirt.
I've been going back with some designs. I'm this close. I'm going to acknowledge I'm doing it as a goof.
It would move.
But too many people are saying they would buy one. I'm like,
of course they would.
All right.
Who wouldn't want to check out the Empties Man T-shirt?
All right.
Check out the empty. You really should do something.
Especially with summer coming up.
You got to put up
I've
a few
gone back
test
and forth
shirts.
with designs all day yesterday.
Check out the Empties Man.
It might be a complete bust. That's fine too, but check out the Empties Man. I should get the graphic design people that listen to our show to really come up with a good design. But
nice.
Check out this is the one I'm sort of thinking.
Oh, okay. That's a nice little crushed
beer can, and then under it just says, check out the Empties Man. But we'll see. We'll see.
Brother.
Anyway, where were we?
I forget.
Oh, I found that video, Sam. Go to this guy's Twitter. I guess he doesn't care. People want followers. Go to Bobby K88's Twitter. We were talking about April Fools. We got a whole April Fools thing we're going to get into now.
Oh, right, right.
Good. Because we don't do them anymore, and everyone else...
It's April 2nd.
Radio shows in general can't do them anymore.
Yeah.
The companies don't allow it. But the TV stations are all in, and we got some really bad ones. But there was a radio station that did one. It's called Laura Loses a Bet. This infuriated me, how stupid this was.
Oh, boy.
Here's the video. Laura loses a bet.
Doing this.
I'll get you for this, Gordon.
Oh, God. Ew. I almost was able to imagine what she'd seem like arguing with.
Shut up, you guys. Shut up. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. April Fool. Walking naked around the office. Walking naked around the office.
Fuck yeah.
You like that, Jeff?
Oh, it's hilarious.
You didn't see it coming?
No.
Good boy.
See, it's a dog named Naked. Hilarious.
Was it? Get it?
We're good.
Good boy.
Her
Home
voice. Her voice.
Isn't this great?
You
It's infuriating.
You don't like her song?
The opening shot is her where it's like her collarbones up and it looks like
just her
she might be
shoulders.
naked.
Mm-hmm.
But then she's not.
No, she's not indeed.
The dog is named Naked.
I wish the dog's name was Lick Peanut Butter Out of Her Snatch.
So that leads us to
That'd be interesting.
that leads us to TV morning shows, all the big ones.
Wow,
we're talking Fox and Friends, we're talking Today's Show, we're talking GMA. All did their April Fool's pranks.
Can't wait.
Should we start? Which one do you want to start with, Sam Roberts?
Oh, maybe GMA.
Go with GMA. All right. We don't have to set this up.
It's just fun.
You know, good-natured. We're learning.
It's always good.
We're learning. You got to do good-natured stuff.
I like good-natured.
From Twitter this morning, a blog post about a soon-to-be launched device, the Twitter helmet, allowing users to tweet with a simple peck of the head. You heard me right, peck. We have contacts over at Twitter, so I was able to get my hands on this early sketch of the contraption and some video of a staff meeting discussing this new gadget and how it will revolutionize tweeting. It was actually leaked online. You'll see this now as they creep around the corner. And we actually have a very early prototype.
Did you make this?
Possibly in art class. So you'd peck like this,
and that takes.
And the final version will have the features you actually saw in the picture. I mean, it's so you barely can tell that I'm tweeting. Right now.
It's very subtle.
She's just going to go straight through this.
I just tweeted at you, George.
140 characters are going to hurt your
What
neck.
did you just tweet? It's also making me very thin right now. But no, we want to see if you guys would actually wear this. I, of course, what George mentioned earlier, he thought it was beautiful. So if you tweet us your thoughts with hashtag GMA Twitter helmet and let us know what you think.
You're letting us know now.
Each
With
of
your
you
head.
have to have that look on your face when you're doing it.
Oh my gosh, do I have a Twitter face just like my dance?
Yeah, it's kind of like the white man
Who's
over
that chick on the
Oh
left?
my gosh, this isn't
Very
working
close.
for me, is it?
Oh, that's
Okay, guys,
Ginger.
I'm just going to say it now.
Kind of just the weather broad.
This is not
you
the
got me.
near you, but our friends at Twitter helped me out. And they said I could keep the prototype.
I watched it twice.
You know what sucks about the April Fool's prank / joke?
Yeah.
They don't give it any time to
it's like
just
like
kinda,
Edgar. It's like Edgar. He just says it and it goes April Falls.
I mean, that's obviously a horrible one, but they don't even let it sit there for maybe a break or two.
No.
They have to say right away that it's their April Fool's joke.
Right.
Horrible. That's GMA. Those guys make millions of dollars each. Like, some of those guys are making 10, 15 million a year.
Yeah.
To just hack it up every morning on TV.
Hack it up.
Horrible. Although I love, and you could join me every weekend. Good Morning America. I watch the weekend version of Good Morning America.
Yeah.
Because these idiots just laugh their asses off at nothing.
It's the weekend. They're having fun.
And I can't get enough of it.
What time is it?
It starts at 8. And I'm up early, and I swear I search this out every weekend. The stuff they laugh at is just mind-boggling. And then they're all in, every single one of them, over the top, out laughing each other. It's horrendous. So that was Good Morning America's April Fool's prank. Where do we go next?
Well, we'll go to Fox and Friends because they had
Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz
They're
on.
a fun bunch anyway.
Right.
Well, especially with Ted Cruz in the
On
mix.
the other 364 days a year.
This is Anthony's boys.
Oh, yeah, my boys over there at Fox News.
Yeah, your boy Ted Cruz was on.
This is your boy, right?
I like it.
All right. It's good so far. Absolutely great so far.
Sam.
It's not
Your computer.
Well, Sam, you're breaking everything.
Didn't we update our computers?
Yeah.
We did?
Well,
how do computers not work anymore in this day and age?
I got shitty laptops at home.
I will say I was
with broken screens and everything, and I never have any of these issues ever. Go ahead, Ted Cruz.
Weeks ago, and there was some street art that was a little unusual, and I got to tell you, it inspired me. I'm proud to stand with Winston Churchill. I mean, my wife was fairly astonished.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. You have a tattoo of Winston Churchill? I can smell that cigar from here.
Look, I will note, if you look at the calendar, it might suggest something about what you're saying, but I'll leave that to others to figure out.
Wow. Senator Ted, I thought we had a big story.
Fell off his chair. He's laughing so
fucking
hard.
got me. I was like, why would he do that?
He got Hasselbeck, though. He got Hasselbeck.
He did.
Well,
Nailed
she's
her.
stupid.
Oh, is that it?
God damn it.
She's as dumb as they come.
Yeah. I was like, that's fucking cool.
Winston Churchill tattoo?
Yeah.
That is kind of nice. That would make a good tat if you're into Winnie Churchill. You know?
It was a joke, though.
They do give it away quickly.
They do. Did you see him? He's like, but if you look at the day,
Right.
look at the calendar, it's April 1st.
Look, a car horn.
That's not a car.
April Fools.
There you go. All right.
I always thought if you did an April Fool's prank, which we did over the years, you let them hang.
Let him sit on it for a while there. Yeah,
We did a bunch of them over the years. The big one is the mayor thing, obviously. But I don't remember ever letting anyone off the hook, because you just assume it's April Fool's, so you figure this shit out.
Right.
We're not going to tell you. Right? But these people, they do their joke and then April Fool's.
Right away.
April Fool's.
Because they got to move on.
And now, what's the last one?
Time is money.
The Today Show one was good because it just kind of fell apart.
What do you mean?
Unlike the other ones, which were amazingly well done.
I guess the crew was not in on it.
Motley?
The hosts.
Right.
Oh,
No,
see,
not the
I
Motley
thought.
crew.
Matt Lauer didn't spin this shit.
Well, they all kind
Isn't
of...
he a brilliant broadcaster? He should have spun this shit.
None of them... And that's the thing. It was
What about
spontaneity.
Al Roker?
There was spontaneity, and so they were all like, what is this?
Oh, really?
And everything just kind of stopped, and everybody was mad that they'd been pranked. And
Oh, really? Let's check
Matt Lauer
this
should
out.
have just started throwing N-bombs.
Right.
That would have been hilarious.
sitting right next to Al Roker.
I know, and then Al would get all pissed, and they start fighting.
And then you just say
And
April
I go,
Fools, and
April
everything's
Fools.
fine.
Ha, ha, ha.
Right?
We'll be right back.
Let's see this fall apart.
Forgetful from time to time. This one is for you. There's a new study, and apparently researchers discovered a quick fix to improve short-term memory. It is right inside your cupboard. They found a small serving of sweets can help in memorizing patterns.
That's a good deal.
I know. So, all right, well, let's give it a try. Okay, we've got letters on the screen. Oh, we do? Okay, look at them. And then we're supposed to...
WZQP.
We're supposed to take a bite.
FGT.
By the what? Oh, the cookie?
Let's have the sweets. Okay, ready?
Do that.
Go. Okay, what do the numbers say?
Al doesn't know.
WZQPFGT.
Al accidentally bit his finger.
It's so minty. Is there a minty Oreo? Just like mouthwash. Does it taste like Colgate or
I think
anything?
it's probably toothpaste.
It is? Oh my gosh!
Mine's fine.
No, it isn't. Yeah. Well, then there's a mistake. You were the person who needs the
Oh, wow, did this come apart?
It's normal. It's a normal Oreo.
Yeah, see, mine had toothpaste. I could smell it.
Toothpaste. Was this your thing? Well, it's our producer's joke on all of you.
Mine was delicious.
Well, that's a mistake.
This had to be the Don Magic Tom Mozzarella. This is about as lame as it gets.
I'm glad Al said that.
That you can't mess with someone's Oreo?
So wait a minute. As an April Fool's joke, you tried to get us all to eat toothpaste?
Oh, and I ate it? My bosses asked me to participate.
If your bosses asked you to jump off a bridge, would you?
Yes, you would.
Yeah, would you?
Yeah.
May I go on record? I saw this coming from a mile away. I didn't touch my cookie.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah. Came to me early this morning and
Really
said we're going to
smart.
give you real Oreos.
I think this is racist that they're talking about Oreos, and the whole set is like Oreos. There's black on the outside, look, and then white on the inside.
Yeah, that's here's the real one.
I see it. It's Al Roker, and then the other chick.
You know what would have been a better April Fool's joke? Is if they gave them Oreos, but instead of the cream filling, they had jerked off a dog onto it. And then when they all been into it, like the girl goes, "This tastes familiar."
You think someone would have gotten fired for that?
Yeah, but just to watch them try to be good-natured about it,
Yes.
like, he jerked the dog off and he
Oh, yeah, they show a clip of them, jerking the dog. And here's where the cream came from. Oh, no.
Might be time to get rid of April Fool's Day.
It really is just stupid.
Let's say hi to Dan in Colorado. Dan?
The man, I bet.
No, I never go by that.
Aw.
Sorry. Hey, I just got a suggestion for you guys.
Oh, good.
And I'm sure you can shit all over me if you want, but
love to.
Why don't you guys get more experts to dial into for a lot of your questions that you guys have?
Huh. Example? Experts.
You guys want experts?
That's what
I
this
love a
show
good
needs.
expert.
This show needs experts. We need talking heads like on CNN and Fox and MSNBC. We need experts. Why would this show need an expert about anything?
Aren't we experts?
We are experts at doing radio, my good friend.
We know enough.
Exactly. We know enough.
We might
That's
not get it
our
all
motto.
right, but we know enough.
We know enough.
Right.
Oh, Christ. What the Christ?
550-foot Ferris wheel opens in Vegas.
Yeah, I saw him building that last time I was out there.
Did you? How
pretty fucked up.
Pretty big, huh?
Amazingly big.
Yeah, 550 square
550
buildings.
Yeah, and it's
Can I see video of this?
The cars are like
those are the ones where you can have
capsules. They look like.
Yeah, you can have dinner in there and
yeah,
stuff.
You get a bunch of people in there, and then as it rotates, the capsules kind of they stay level as it goes around, but they're all big. The capsules themselves.
All right, I
big.
heard of this thing.
We drove by it in the cab, and I'm like trying to look and figure out how many people can you fit in each one.
Yeah,
that's a massive.
Oh, that looks cool as hell.
It does. People are going to enjoy that.
Yeah.
Much more. This is the High Roller, and it is taking over as the world's tallest observation wheel. Located in the heart of the Las Vegas Strip's new open-air social club,
Does it go that slow?
The ride
I think it
stands
does.
at 550
It's not a
feet
traditional
tall.
Ferris wheel where it goes
No, it's
round
not
and
gonna
round.
be fucking-
It just takes you up
The
really
High
slowly.
Roller allows you to roll deep. In its 28 different cabins, you can fit up to 40 people.
In each
If you do the
cabin?
math,
No way.
That means 1,120 people can roll
Yeah.
at the same time.
Jesus.
It takes 30
crap.
minutes to complete one revolution around. Now, if those stats aren't impressive enough, listen to these behind-the-scenes stats that made it all possible.
Oh, it's scary.
You got 7.3 million pounds of steel. You've got 28 cabins. You've got 8 drive units. You've got a control system that has 60 wireless networks that have to all work together within milliseconds. So it's an enormously complex task that team of people was able to accomplish in under 3 years.
What makes the roller different than other wheels? The ride itself. Turns out it's not just a high roller, it's a smooth operator too.
What?
When you really float over the Las Vegas skyline, you don't feel any movement at all. It's a very smooth, graceful float around the Las Vegas skyline. And the whole time we have 8 video monitors that have a great show experience in addition to the sight lines that you have.
Guests can throw parties on the roller, corporate dinners. There's already a wedding on the books. Oh, and you're even allowed to bring on a rolling bar. So, in other words,
You name it, we can really do it on the wheel.
designers are hoping the high roller will solidify its place as a new icon
That's
on
pretty
the
cool.
Vegas
How do you
Strip,
get people on and off
alongside
so
the Bellagio
quickly?
fountains and the Eiffel
40
Tower.
people.
At the bottom.
Once it goes to the bottom, yeah, it's almost like a train station at the bottom.
Right.
It comes into an area.
But that would suck if you're still on your ride if it's stopping the whole time to let people off and let new people on. That's the question I want to answer. See, we do need an expert.
But it's
that
going
guy was right.
It's going so slow.
Probably going slow enough where, as it's moving, you just get off. Get the fuck off.
The top would scare me though when the pod is on top of the outside of the rounded
it's like
area.
it feels like it's just balancing up there.
Yeah, like it's an egg or something gonna fall.
Yeah,
It would
yeah.
terrify me.
Wait, I do have questions though.
Yeah.
So if you're throwing a party in there with drinking, your ride is done. They got to clean out that capsule to put more people in.
Maybe
so
you
how
could
did
say, like, I want to go around twice.
Well, but eventually you got to get off, and eventually they got to clean up your mess.
That's true.
Before they let a whole nother crew on.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
I bet they clean up as it's going around.
Yeah, but they don't want to waste a ride.
They get in there, they fucking have a little cart and everything, they load it in, and then they get the fuck off. Yeah, but I don't know.
But to clean it, you have to go all the way around, which is a half hour.
We need an expert.
We do need an expert.
Guy was right.
That guy was so right.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Happened.
Why don't we listen to these people? Because there's no way they're getting 40 people off this thing as it's still moving.
That could be rough.
I don't know.
Looks cool, though.
It does look cool.
Must say.
You ever do the one at Niagara Falls?
No.
Basic one, but it gives you a nice view of the whole thing.
England's got one of those, too, where it's just giant and goes kind of slow.
Yeah, it's basic, but it's kind of cool. Let me say hi to Ryan in the Bronx. Ryan!
Expert.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey, buddy.
Just touching on a topic I know you guys bring up a lot. Opie just said they should get rid of April Fool's Day. Yesterday, I saw it twice on TV. They're not calling it April Fool's Day anymore. They're calling it April Fun Day. It's disgraceful, man.
They're not calling it April Fun Day.
I swear, man. At first, I saw Opie. You're familiar with Sprout, right? Like the kids channel?
Yeah, of course.
It's my nickname.
All right.
I saw that there, and I'm thinking, all right, maybe it's for the kids or whatever. And then I saw it on, either it was Channel 12 in the Bronx or it was Channel 11 News, like on the scroll on the bottom.
Is fool insensitive? Is that why?
Probably.
Or is that a joke? Was that part of the joke that they're changing it?
No, it's not a joke.
No, it was like submit your April Fun Day prank to something.com. Like
fool is like
that fool is starting to become a problem.
Offensive to the fools out there.
Fool, I guess it's not nice to
because if you make someone look like a fool, you're kind of bullying them, right?
Yeah, you're mocking them. You can't
You're
mock.
mocking their stupidity for believing it.
That whole thing started with the radio wizard. I think he's the one that came up with the fool is offensive.
It's brutal, man. All right, I'm out of here.
He is. Poor radio wizard.
Yeah, he's pleasant now.
Oh, they all pleasant. You see them all sometimes in the
couldn't be
halls,
happier to be away from
hop,
us.
skipping a jump in their step.
The only one that's still listening is Rob.
Yeah.
You don't think Bladder listens to
Oh, hell no. And the radio wizards, he's not listening.
We are.
But he's pleasant now.
Yesterday's news in those guys' lives.
Yeah, we're nice small talk with the radio wizard.
Oh, I like it, though. Yeah.
Nice.
You go, hey, how you doing? Oh, good. Hey. How you doing? Good. Have a good weekend.
And his hair has grown completely back.
It's amazing. They call him, you know what they call him around here?
What?
Mop top.
Mop top.
Yeah.
Turns out that was all stress.
All stress-related baldness. It's amazing.
I laughed no less than 10 times to myself yesterday.
What'd I say?
It was, that we just openly laughed at Scott Greenstein when he was trying to give us a good trashing. Well, me and Jimmy walked by him and he goes, "Nice rant this morning."
Oh.
And our reaction was to just openly laugh as loud as we can.
Maybe he liked it.
No, his body language said very differently.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he was not happy.
Not happy.
With yesterday's rant. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Nothing.
Right.
What can you do? That's what I like saying. After what do you do? Wait, what can you do? Right? Am I wrong? Yeah.
What else is going on?
On Earth?
On the planet Earth.
Well, I guess... the healthcare system had 7 million people sign up. They made their fucking number.
That's strong.
It's amazing.
Good for them.
Very happy about that whole thing. Oh, that's right. 6 million of those were people that got their policies canceled and then had to sign up.
Was it really?
No. Yes. 6 million people had their policies canceled. I am one that did. A lot of people I know had theirs canceled. So the 7 million. Yes. The 7 million number.
Why can't one news organization say that?
It is. Fox says
Fox is saying it?
But all the rest are, cheerleaders for the president. It's state-run media, CNN and fucking MSNBC. So...
People are obviously getting health insurance for the first time in their lives because of Obamacare, but the other side of this, which a lot of people choose to ignore, is a bunch of people getting hurt.
Yeah. Exactly. More people are being inconvenienced by this than being inconvenienced.
They can't figure out how to pay for it.
Can't figure out how to pay for it. Can't figure if they have insurance. Like I said, there are going to be people, because the cutoff day was the 31st. There's going to be a lot of people that just don't know that they're canceled, and they're going to go to the doctor or hospital if they have a catastrophe, and they're going to be told, you don't have insurance.
Right.
And the insurance company's not going to want to hear it.
I got a family member that can absolutely cannot afford his medication anymore.
Yep.
Because of Obamacare.
Yeah, I read.
So this is a real thing that is happening to
But
people.
you're lying, he's lying, I'm lying. We're all lying because this is a great thing. And
people got mad yesterday because I said that, he should have waited before he rolled this thing out.
What?
Waited. People are getting health insurance for the first time in their lives.
Are they?
But a lot of people are getting hurt by this.
Yeah. Another thing is that these are people that have gone to the sites, the state-run sites or the federal site for health care, and ran through all the sign-up procedure. It doesn't mean they're insured. It doesn't mean they've paid or they're going to pay their premiums. There's a lot of people on the lower end of the financial spectrum that are kind of known for not paying their bills, let's just say. A lot of things get cut off. They get subsidized electricity and shelter and food. A lot of benefits come in. These people, to some extent, still have to pay for a certain portion of their health care. Some will get free health care. They won't have to pay anything. They'll be subsidized 100%. Others will get a percentage of a subsidy. But they're still going to have to fill out a check or a credit card or in some way, shape, or form pay for this new health care they have. And a lot of people, I don't think, that are signed up are actually going to pay the fucking bill for this. And the only way this works to subsidize the poor people is if people that are considered middle class or wealthy pay into it to subsidize the poor. They don't want to do that either.
People are saying that we don't challenge you enough on this, but I'm kind of in agreement with you on this one.
Challenge me all you want.
I'm for a healthcare system, by the way, if you need to know. I just feel like this thing wasn't ready to roll out, period.
Here's what I liked about Obamacare, and I'll say it. I like the idea of pre-existing conditions are no longer a barrier to getting insurance. That's good. If certain people want to keep their kids on their insurance up through their college years and stuff, that seems like a fair enough
I would have loved
thing.
that.
There's certain things that are really good and should be kept. But the whole thing, as far as people getting fucked out of their insurance, corporations not hiring people because of the expense, these things hurt the country and people. And
that's real stuff going on.
Of course it is. But the Obama cheerleaders will never fucking criticize him. He's uncriticizable, and it's based purely on his skin color. I've been told, oh, you don't like Obama because he's black. No, I don't like Obama because I see him as a shitty president for what I think this country is all about. Well, he's half black, Opie. But
he's a nerd.
No, he's a nerd. But
I don't like him because he's a nerd.
But the people that like Obama and will not criticize him on anything like him because he's black. And that makes them a fuckload more racist than me, who comes up with actual reasons why I don't like him. And they're policy-based, not color-based. Yeah.
But they're celebrating. They got 7 million.
Yeah, good luck to you, which is 7 million. 9 million if you talk to some of the Democrats, and they include in the Medicaid and Medicare numbers, that from the people that would have signed up for Medicaid, Medicare anyway.
I'll have an insurance update, I think, next week. Cause now
Are you insured?
Well, now I'm going through it myself. I got to change some things up. So I'll let you know how much more I'm paying.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to pay a fuckload more when I finally figure out what I need, what I have. I have these options that came in on my email, and I'm looking. I go, I don't know how to make heads or tails of this.
But I'll say it again. It's just annoying to us because we're lucky enough to make a very good living. But there are people in the middle class, especially, that this is a fucking game changer for a bunch of people.
They're getting fucked, and it's costing them a lot of money, and it's a mandatory thing, right? Yeah.
You know, in the end, we just get more annoyed.
Yeah.
Jay in Chicago.
Hey, since Sam Roberts wasn't in yesterday, Fez has a new banned word. It is weirdo.
Weirdo
That is a hurtful word.
Weirdo's hurtful?
Yes.
I did hear that.
What did you hear?
Well, he
By the way, I took the wrong phone call.
I
think we could have went with Obamacare a little longer.
It did come out of nowhere.
I kind of fucked up. But what do you know about this, Sam, now that we have the guy in the line?
He was upset that a girl Christina, who works here, who used to date Bobo, if you remember her from the show. She said he was kind of a weirdo because he was very nice off the air, but very combative or silent on the air. And then he was mad that she called him a weirdo.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's another bad word? The W word.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Let me get. This is the one I did want to go to. Justin.
Oh.
Go ahead, Justin. D.C.
Hey, how you guys doing? I listen to you guys. I'm just tickled listening to you talk about the Obamacare and how it's obviously not racist, but how much you hate it.
Mm-hmm.
To talk about destroying, corporations. My wife's health care tripled every year for her corporation until this came out. There was no cap on anybody's health care. And the pre-existing conditions and all the devastating things that were going wrong. And now that they have a system out, it's trying, not successfully, no question. I'm African-American. You're not going to hear me say, wave my flag to how great it was. But it's a start.
No, a start would have been to take care of the things that were actually a problem, like the pre-existing conditions. I have no problem with some aspects of this Obamacare thing, but the way they rolled it out, the heavy-handed government intrusion in this legislation is just, it's too much. It's not a start. It's a fucking finish. It's too much at one time, and it's too intrusive on the American people's rights and their freedom to try to do what they feel is best for them and their families.
And I think a lot of people would have accepted some minor bugs. Right. But these are not minor bugs.
No. And I agree with you. And listen, it's so painful for me to agree with you when you say that.
I know.
I agree. No, because the fact is, if they'd have done a better job, it could have been more successful, at least been more patient. Right. However, there was no easy solution. There was no gentle solution to this problem. They had to do something. I've got Republican buddies. They're just hate, anger, and vitriol, and, the black people are the only ones going to benefit. There are many more white folks who are benefit from this than black folks. We don't corner the market on poverty in America. I mean, if you did anywhere from Mississippi all through the Midwest.
No, I'm not bringing race into it, and I understand that there are plenty of poor white people in this country. I believe me, I understand that. I'm just saying the way this was rolled out, the heavy-handedness of government intrusion in people's lives. I do consider myself very libertarian-leaning on a lot of things, and to have the government just shoving their fucking nose up everyone's assholes like this with this type of legislation is it's insulting. I don't think it's in the true spirit of America, and I don't think it allows for people to decide on their own what is best for them and their families.
And even on that, unfortunately, I tried to call you yesterday when you were really ranting, because that's where I really wanted to get in, but we'll go with today when you're more calm and a little more thought-provoking. I think that the problem is the fix had to start somewhere. It's kind of like Medicaid 60 years ago. This was the same anger and fury when Medicaid and Medicare came out 60 years ago. People were just enraged. How dare the government? And now try to take some of these Medicaid benefits from them, Medicare benefits from them.
I know.
It's one of those things where it's going to go through, unfortunately, several different renditions until we get it right.
I understand that, but it seems at this time it's kind of a wash. People are getting health care that have never had health care before, but other people are getting hurt on the other side.
Yeah, the numbers aren't
Every
quite
time we
working
bring
out.
up this topic, I mean, we're not just bullshitting. And Stephen Virginia's on the line. He says, because of Obamacare, my sister now owes the IRS $3,500. The next guy, my daughter's in college and on my plan. She can't work more than 20 hours without going on Obamacare.
Jesus. And again, and like I said,
those are two, and there's more that are coming in.
No, there really are. But again, I can't. I don't want to. It's hard to argue with you because my wife's having to deal with this issue, is seeing some of the ups and downs. The question was, how do we start? Where do we go from here? You know, if you say we wrote it out too early, if they rescind it now, we're back to ground zero.
Well, this was this sweeping health care reform, which just turned out to be insurance reform. I think a lot of people that were agreeing with this legislation thought that this was health care reform. I think people thought they were getting free health care from this legislation when it turned out to be insurance reform and an obligation of people to be insured.
Right.
and that was a very, again, if you remember, it started out as healthcare reform, and I don't mean to just throw party lines out there again, but the Republicans pushed and pushed and pushed until what became the center line is where we, as the left side party, moved to, which just was health was.
Well, the Republicans' constituency did not want socialized medicine. That's just the bottom line, and that's what the healthcare reform was shaping up to be.
Exactly. That's where we're. But the alternative is what? Is what we have here. This crap.
The alternative is to. He had to give him more time. He didn't have this figured out totally. I just checked my Twitter. I'm telling you, this is real shit going on.
I would have liked to seen insurance reform.
Even God is.
I do this in Maryland, and actually I'm a member of the legislature in Maryland, and I agree with you. It's just they rush it out. They kind of close their eyes and threw some darts.
Yeah.
But the issue was, the other side was, well, no, let's wait. And I'm like, yeah, we've been waiting for 25 years.
Hey.
That's the worry, is how long do you wait?
I understand. Justin, I just checked my Twitter. These are the last 3 tweets that came in. Even God is having a problem with his health insurance. He writes, I now can't afford to pay my child support, maintenance, alimony now because of Obamacare. And I make a good living, okay? Hold on. My unemployed sister-in-law went from free health care for her and her son to having to pay $300 a month. That's a lot for someone like that. The next one, these are all in a row. My insurance went up to $210 a week. Have to work 1 day a week just to pay for my insurance.
And these deductibles are killing people. These deductibles are now so fucking high that if somebody does have some type of medical emergency or even office visits and whatnot, they are responsible for the first, in some cases, $5,000 of their medical bill before the insurance even kicks in. And that's an insanely high number for a lot of working people.
So the reason this doesn't bother me as much, even though I think it needs to work, is because I want to see people have insurance. Like, I want everybody to have some kind of health care, even though I know they can get it, like just by. But we waste so much money in other places, and I know it's a different thing.
Yeah.
But money doesn't care where it goes; it's all where you put it. Stop fucking wasting it on other countries and giving other countries billions of dollars. Fuck Egypt. Put that money here and insure people.
Sir, do you know where the United States stands as far as spending on its people's health care as opposed to the rest of the world?
No.
We are numero uno. We spend more money than any other country on health care. Yet there's still a problem. There's still this.
Well, if you look at the pharmacy, and I'll say this, I went on a cruise with my wife. I watched a little boy break his shoulder. It cost him $264 to completely get it casted. We were on a cruise, South African doctors. My point is, you come here in America and do that, what, $15,000, maybe $20,000.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Also,
again, there's huge reform has also to do with, and I know you're an entertainment show, but I'm not trying to make it real serious, but, I mean, it also has to do with the pharmaceutical companies, but like you said, but we're capitalists, right?
Right.
We want to motivate them to do great things. In order to do that, they've got to make great amounts of money. Same with going to med school. You go to Germany where the teachers and doctors make about the same. Then they've got a better healthcare system and a better education system, but it's also a socialist republic.
I was going to say,
what we want.
If we're going to have true healthcare reform, you got to look at all those things you just mentioned.
Right.
There's problems across the fucking board.
The reason we spend more too is because we also probably have the highest medical costs. So that's
exactly
my point.
Right.
Well, doctors make
everything costs a lot, but you know that's why you'll get those kids with heart problems in other countries. And where the fuck do they fly them? They fly them here to the United States.
And the most acute problems, we are the place for them.
Exactly, but there's a cost. But there's a cost to that.
There you go.
And that's where it comes from.
Every time somebody doesn't pay when they go to the emergency room, we pay. My wife's insurance company for her people, still in the corporation. Every year they multiplied it by 3 to the point where she couldn't afford. Now she's on the Obamacare, or her people are, because she could not afford to keep up. We had people on our health care that we had fired, but they would let them work maybe 1 hour a week just because they had a pre-existing condition that would not have allowed them to go somewhere else. And the thing was, you can't revamp part of it without revamping all of it.
Yeah,
again, I'm not sitting here to defend it like it's a perfect system, and I appreciate, yesterday's conversation was a little more entertaining because you guys were a lot angrier.
Yeah, we were all a little angry yesterday.
I'm driving to the State House. I was all amped with you, but at the end of the day, it's hopefully we'll have several different renditions.
It's always the end of the day.
But this is truly hurting the middle class, and you got to keep the middle class healthy for America to work.
Yep.
Yeah, it's annoying to us. We're above the middle class. Almost everyone in this room.
Morally, yes.
But and if you're below the middle class, this is great for you, probably. Right. But the middle class is absolutely getting hurt by this.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
Hurt the middle class. Sick of the middle class thing.
That's my motto. They're spoiled. Hurt the middle class.
All right, Justin. Thank you for your phone call.
Middle class has been getting away with murder in this country for too long. I'm tired of
this. Bastards.
We got an intern here on the Opie and Anthony show that has an Obamacare story.
What?
Who is it?
Which intern?
The boy.
The guy that lives just across the bridge?
Yeah, just over the bridge.
GWB, just over the bridge.
What's his name? And
his name's Adrian.
How long has he been intern? A week or two?
Do you fucking had to be Adrian. Do.
Now this guy.
There he is.
I've seen him around. What do you do here?
There he is.
He's an intern.
Oh,
he's the guy that wore the Duke shirt when the fucking Duke porn star came in.
More neediness.
Look at me, I'm like you. Could you be my girlfriend?
Maybe you'll blow me.
I was hoping.
Yeah, who wasn't? Gotta be honest with
you. What's your Obamacare story?
Well, what happened?
Basically, I just know I get a prescription.
Yeah, you didn't say basically.
I said basically.
Yeah,
a little nervous.
A little bit.
You can count on that.
I went to get my prescription.
Fucking boo. I should have my fucking ears replaced.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
I went to pick up my prescription, and normally before the whole Obamacare thing kicked in...
Thorazine? Lithium?
What's up? No, I'm paying for a sleeping pill.
AZT and Cialis. Talk about mixed messages.
Why are you paying for a sleeping pill?
What's up?
You're too young for sleeping pills. What's your problem?
Since I've been since I'm going to say around 7th grade, I got a pretty bad concussion playing football.
Apparently he takes a handful before he comes here. I'm teasing, of course. You're
Wait,
very hard
hold on. A concussion can make you not sleep well.
Yeah, apparently that's what the doctors have told me. I've gotten multiple concussions, and since then I've had trouble sleeping.
Were you a big football guy? Were you good?
I played football, yeah. I was all right. We played on a pretty good team.
My kids will not be playing football. No. Yeah. That's the only thing I'll say. Fuck.
I got a couple concussions.
Knock their heads around.
How'd you get them? All football?
All football, once wrestling.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, man, this kid.
Crazy. So because of that, you can't sleep well.
Yeah, ever since I was, I'm going to say, 11, 12.
What, do you wake up a lot, or you just can't doze off?
Wait, you were getting that many concussions as a 12-year-old?
12.
No, I only got...
wrong with you?
I got my first big one that was serious when I was 12, and then throughout high school, I got a ton of them.
Wow.
And was always having... I would sleep like 3 hours a night.
Yeah,
tops.
I hear you.
Yeah, but before Obamacare, I was paying about $20 in a copay whenever I picked it up. And then after it kicked in, I went to pick up my prescription, and they told me I had to pay a $170 copay every time I come in until my parents pay $3,500 for some fee into the insurance company.
It's amazing. People are saying it's affordable health care, but it's like anything else. If the deductibles or the copays are too high, it defeats any purpose. But they never talk about the deductibles or copay because they just want to say, look at this affordable health care. So they're just talking the premiums of the insurance. And then you got a guy like this. Where the fuck are you coming up with that money?
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, I mean, we pay you very well here, but I don't see... Oh, that's right.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
That's
22.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're going to be retarded by 30.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that poor fucking brain. Just knocked your brain around.
Yeah, stop with the concussions, okay?
How'd you get it? Head on fucking...
Head to head. One time I went off a wrestling mat and hit my head on a gym floor.
Oh, fucking mats there. Yeah. Jesus. A few more mats for the floor.
Maybe sports isn't for you.
Jesus. Yeah, maybe. You still like the like sports?
Yeah, I still help out, coach a little bit of wrestling.
Oh, look at you. You're like Rudy.
So other kids could have concussions. That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's great.
Share the fucking burden.
You're going to hard on while you're wrestling?
No, but we had a kid on our team who pretty much every match would have a hard on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you do the finger up the ass move?
It wasn't finger up the ass. It was right here, this bone, right along the side of your hand before your thumb.
And you do that?
Yeah. break somebody down flat.
It would?
Yeah, because once you catch that, your immediate response to go like that.
I like scratching right on their tailbone, and they go, and their ass comes up.
I'd rather lose every match than fucking asshole play.
Well, you might as well jam a finger in and they have to lose because they ejaculate.
You milk their prostate.
I'd tickle in here, too. If you dig in the rib cage, that'd break somebody down.
That's fucking...
That actually would make me break down. If you dig it in real hard like that. A good tickling.
Jeez, man.
That's all legal, too, huh?
Yeah.
Legal moves.
They just dig
I don't
into
get
your,
it. I never got real wrestling.
Well, if you just, even without tickling,
I like the fake
right
shit.
into the rib cage.
So Mo. I think you got to be half queeb. Half quay. We are one half queeb, one half quay.
Yeah, slightly quay as well.
Wow, so you're getting fucked. All right.
Yeah.
But apparently, you're full of shit and you're lying because that's what every Democrat will say when you say that you're getting fucked over from Obamacare.
I mean, it's absurd.
It's extremely selfish by the administration to roll this out.
It is.
Extremely selfish.
Under the guise of some legacy. And that fucking Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, she's the worst.
She's a monster. She's a monster. She's dumb. She's just a dummy. She loves doing Obama's bidding. She's like Renfield. Wasn't that guy? Dracula's fucking little sidekick buddy, Renfield?
Something like that.
Is that it? I think it was.
That intern is a good kid.
Oh, there you go.
Club Soda Kenny has your back.
Thank you, Kenny.
That intern's a good kid.
Yeah,
I assume he is.
That's the co-signing you want from Kenny.
There he is. Well,
that's
good for you.
Though.
That sounds great.
So you're not getting your sleeping pills?
What's up? No.
Oh, shit.
Really.
Are you sleeping?
Well, since I started this, it's a little bit easier for me to fall asleep. I mean, I'm here.
Just listen to the show.
I really appreciate that.
I usually
I want to hear after 20 years. It's real easy to fall asleep after hanging out with you guys.
Well,
Great.
I get up around 3:30, and then I'm usually out of here, in the afternoon, and then class at night.
What was the sleeping pill of choice?
I believe it was Trazodone that they gave me.
Is that strong?
It's a little strong
one.
Yeah.
Did it work for you? Because I know someone who takes that.
It did, yeah.
So you're directly being denied your medication due to the cost because of Obamacare.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is a guy. This isn't 10 degrees of separation. We heard from a guy that heard from a guy. This is a guy right here not getting the medicine he needs because of the cost incurred from Obamacare.
There. Like I said, I got one family member who can't afford his medication.
Yeah.
Period. Because of Obamacare.
And it's not like my family's not. Both my parents work full time.
Yeah.
I work.
Tell them to pay for it then.
And they had insurance, and it was fine.
Yeah. It was all fine before that. I was
I hear tell you could keep your insurance if you're happy with it.
Nice.
And keep your doctors that you've been going to. Let's say you have a horrid disease and you go to a special clinic for it or what have you, and you've been with that same doctor for years. You might have to change him. You know what the pain in the ass of the records being changed over, a new relationship with a new doctor? Like, this is the shit that people are dealing with. To insure 1 million new people? And that's the net numbers?
And that all means more doctor's visits, too, by the way.
Of course it does.
Because, like you said, your old doctor's got all the basics.
Not
like,
your shit.
You're having that thing again or whatever.
Right.
Okay. But now it's like, I don't even know what that thing is, so we're going to have to, start from the beginning here.
And again, I'll be accused of being a liar, but these are facts. These are things that are known. They're out there. The news, of course, state-run media will not report it. It's like fucking the TASS news agency of the 80s in Russia. That's what CNN, MSNBC, all the networks, that's what they've turned into. Just a loudspeaker for the White House. Yuck.
No.
Disgusting.
I'm pretty much with you on this.
Trazodone is an antidepressant. Is that true?
Are you sad?
Yeah, is sleep a byproduct
Are you
of that?
sad?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
believe
sad?
sleep is a byproduct. No.
What are you sad about?
What happened?
Let's break this down. Why
I'm
are you
pretty happy.
sad?
Happened?
What's the matter? I got some sad music.
My life isn't going like I thought it would at this point. Baby gonna cry. Baby gonna cry.
You gonna squirt, sports fans?
Oh, the bullying.
We're very understanding.
Terrible. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. We're
No,
good.
they gave me a couple of things that did nothing for me.
It didn't do it.
They won't help me. I asked for help and they won't help me.
I play mommy and daddy.
I'm gonna cut. Oh, shit. We're just fucking with you.
That's all right. You're fine.
You're a good guy.
You're all right. Things will be good.
So what did they give you for it before? It was no good.
I don't really remember. This was when I was 16, 17 years old. They were giving me all kinds of,
Been through the mill early on.
Yeah,
16
nothing
years
was
old.
knocking me out.
Fucking yourself up early.
That's the no one understands me, man.
Man, I have my own life, man.
I don't need to live by your rules.
Your rules. Oh, shit. That's hilarious.
Oh, just fuck with you. We love you.
The only reason we know this
You're
is
a good
because
intern.
we did it.
Yeah,
way
we've
back
been
in
through
the
that.
1800s.
Right, we've been through that.
Well, good luck. I hope that works out. They got to pay $3,500 before
that copay.
That copay drops,
and then I think it only drops to like $70 or something like that.
Jesus Christ! And it was $20.
Yeah, it used to be $20.
Fucking A.
It's absurd. I mean, it's crippling.
It is.
Yeah.
We didn't set this up. We could do this all day.
Well, we did, but there are real people like this.
Yes. Read from the scripture.
Wow.
So,
all right.
What's your name?
Adrian.
Yeah, Adrian.
Oh, that's right. They said that.
I am.
I'm going to try to remember your name. Because Kenny vouches for you.
Yeah.
He's a good kid.
Don't vouch for him.
Big fan of Kenny as well.
Yeah?
Nope.
Why don't you marry him?
Why are you a big fan of Kenny?
Yeah, exactly. Adrian.
What's that? Yeah, Kenny's very straightforward. One of the only guys around who just tells me what to get
Straightforward. It's a great word for autistic.
Sway's really late today. His show starts at 8. It's 8:25. Get in there. They need you.
Oh, my God.
We got a break. It's been a long time now.
All right. Go do your wine and walking.
Thanks, guys.
All right, man. We'll step aside here.
On Sirius XM.
Shut up. This was an AAF song. Local H?
It was it? Local H. Wow.
Local H, right?
Oh, my God.
Those douche chill videos are doing very well from the past. I might have another one. Might have another one. And we have that audio from yesterday.
Audio.
Speaking of, should we do that? Speaking of AF, the Beach Tips video is doing very well.
Of course. How would it not?
Where me and
it's
Ed
wonderful.
Are showing you how you pick up a girl at the beach. It's horrendous. It really is. But during the video, it says currently serving a 2-week suspension.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking, and I was trying to figure out why we were suspended that time.
Mm-hmm.
We were suspended at least 3 times in Boston.
Yeah.
For real. It wasn't fake shit.
Those are for real.
They were just trying to control us, and then in the end, they obviously couldn't, and we got our asses fired.
Bastards.
But, so I was trying to figure out what the suspension was, because we're pretty happy in the video.
Yeah.
And then
because we were off for 2 weeks paid.
Well, that's what I was going to get at, because Brian, our old intern, who's now probably pushing 40.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He was 17 at the time or something.
He was a wee little lad.
He's got to be like 35 now. I don't know. He sent me the clip. He's got a pretty good YouTube channel, by the way. It's what's his YouTube channel? Just his name, Brian Broski.
Yeah. He was funny.
Broskie, Brian Broski. He's got some good old clips from the radio show and also some other Real Rock TV clips.
He was the one that came over Rock Hole.
Yeah.
Rock Hole.
So he wrote me, he goes, you guys got suspended for reading the WOW memo. And it was kind of a power struggle between our program director, Dave Douglas, and us. And then in the end, Bruce Mittman, our GM, saw it our way. And he still suspended us because there was some shit going on.
Yeah.
But he goes, look, we'll pay you. But we can't tell the media we're going to pay you. But we got to get you guys off the air because this is a real thing that is happening.
Just to appease outside forces.
But what happened was, and it's Wednesday today, Whip 'em Out Wednesday. We started that up in Boston, but the station never embraced it. We did it for about 7 to 8 weeks solid, and then it got completely out of control, and people were making homemade WOW signs. We wanted to make it official and get a WOW bumper sticker.
They have no part of it.
They said no.
Yeah.
I mean, all those WOW stickers you see, that was when we moved to New York, and then like BCN embraced it when we were syndicated back to Boston.
Yeah.
But where it started at AAF, Dave Douglas just didn't understand any of this edgy shit, and he wanted to squash it. And WoW became massively huge when we, came to New York. You couldn't get in a car without seeing a WoW sticker.
There
for
are
a
a
while.
lot of those fucking things out there. Yeah.
So up there, it got out of control quickly, and Eileen McNamara wrote for the Boston Globe. I don't know if she still does. Who knows? And the Boston Globe is one of those hoity-toity, papers.
Hoity and toity?
And she just killed us.
Yes, she did.
Killed us in the Boston Globe. But me and Anthony were like, who gives a fuck? She
Like,
killed
this is
us.
great.
This is great exposure for us.
Yeah. We like ink.
Especially when you have nothing, people still don't really know who you are. If you got an article like that in the Boston Globe, that's going to get people going, wow, I got to listen to these idiots.
That's what gets you over the top.
You actually turn people on, even though it's a negative article.
That's not your target demo anyway, the Boston Globe.
So, we got the clip of us getting suspended. This is what we did. We went against Dave Douglas's orders.
So we actually have the sound of us reading the memo?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
So I guess the setup, the Boston Globe article comes out, and then Dave gives us this little talking to behind the scenes, and then gives us a memo to make it official. This is all the stuff I don't want you doing anymore, or you will get a 2-week suspension.
Whoops.
So me and Anthony said, fuck this, and went on the air and read the memo.
Yeah, why
and
not?
of course, it's like I said, I don't know, 15 years, 16.
Holy shit.
98, so 16 years ago. Oh. So you're going to hear some douche chilliness in
here.
Douchiness? Of course.
No, we won't. It was just fine.
Is
of
there
course.
some douchiness? Oh, boy.
Yeah, we're basically taking on the man.
No, we were, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And you aren't going to tell us, man.
No. One of the lines is, no one's going to censor me, man.
Oh.
No, it's not. I don't believe that. That's not one of the lines.
But,
oh boy,
looking past the douchiness, the confidence is ridiculous, and we didn't know if they were going to fire us over this for real, and we were making no money,
and it worked.
We kind of had an audience, but I don't know, maybe we were taking a chance, a big fucking chance here is what I'm saying.
That's funny. How many empties are in this video?
Oh, check out the empties, man.
Oh, this video?
No, it's just an audio clip from our radio show. What year are they? 90, probably 7. So go ahead.
WAF, the only station that really rocks. That's Cowboy Mouth and Jenny Says. It's Opie and Anthony. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? The censored version of the Opie and Anthony show.
I just like the way it sounds.
What's up?
I'm like, what's up, man? Hey, man. Are we just too hip for the room?
Wow, a couple of young teenagers just fucking
a couple of kids took over the station.
Hey, you talk like that, people are going to think you're younger than you are. I'm sticking to that.
Oh, did we just fucking...
What's up?
Right out of high school, right into the station, man.
Fuck, that could be a new T-shirt, but it's just what's up.
What's up?
I wish I added a little something at the end, like Brother Man. What's up?
Oh boy! Wow, that's good.
Did you back up? Because I said it's the uncensored. It's the censored version.
Censored version.
Yeah.
Look out!
Hey, what's up, man? What's up? The censored version of the Opie and Anthony show. I'm sure you've heard us talking about that for the last 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. I got a problem with the whole thing.
Yes, I have a major problem with the whole thing as well. Rocco on your radio next. We're just about out of here, probably for a while, to be totally honest with you, because we've had it. Obviously, tomorrow's supposed to be Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to talk about it on the radio anymore because we've been censored. We were sat down yesterday and we were given a memo that we're not allowed to read on the air.
Or refer to.
The memo reads, and this is no joke, and I need a lot of you guys to listen and pass the word because we're only going to have one shot at this. And
see, this is the difference. Like, radio guys did this as a
right
fake shit.
A little fake shit.
That's why it gets frustrating.
But this is the real deal, yeah.
We decide, me and Ant, we're like, we got to do this. And I remember talking to you going, they could fire us over this, but we have to make a stand against this Dave Douglas guy because he doesn't understand our vision.
Oh, there was a memo. I get it. Right, guys. There was a memo.
Oh, Jimmy.
Your voice, like a fine wine, Opie, over the years. Like a fine wine, because I don't know who that is.
Yeah, because your voice is definitely similar to that.
Pretty similar, but
I think all kidding aside, I think all the screaming I did over the years has really just fucking, scratched it up.
Like, manlied it up a little.
Or maybe I finally reached puberty.
Some people are like, are you holding your nose? It's like, hey, how you doing?
I don't know.
Wow.
But I always had this. Why do I do this to myself? I always had allergies.
I got my allergies.
Don't you remember? I always had allergies. I
have my allergies
because I was allergic to cats. So why not have two cats?
2 cats, right?
And even if you kept your house perfect, it was always in you. That was the dumbest thing ever.
In you?
But I fell in love with these cats, and I couldn't just get rid of them.
Wouldn't.
And then, of course, when I split with the ex, she couldn't wait to get rid of them. One of my cats had to go to a gay couple, and the gay couple didn't like the name, so after 12 years, they changed the name of my cat.
Well, why would you name a cat Queer Killer?
Oh, wow.
But if you're going to adopt someone else's cat, why would you change their name 12 years into it?
Well,
and at that point, I knew I just couldn't have cats anymore because the allergies were ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh.
But I just want to admit, I was always allergic.
I love it.
Talking through my nose in between sneezing. There's your cool rock jock. He's got allergies and a lot of tissues.
A lot of tissues there in front of him.
All right, continue.
One shot only, okay? This is the memo that me and Anthony were greeted with on Monday when we came to work. Confidential. Do not read or refer to any part of this memo on the air. June 23rd, 1997, to Opie and Anthony, from Dave Douglas, our lovely boss, referring Whip 'em Out Wednesday. The promotion you have been airing on your program for the past 8 weeks, called Whip 'em Out Wednesdays,
listen to this,
has had generated an enormous reaction from our listeners. Truly a remarkable promotion. However, the negative backlash has been realized, as we predicted, and will only continue. In short, we've had our fun. Now let's move on. Because of the serious nature of these complaints, it is necessary to ensure that we end this now. There is to be no further on-air promotion of Whip 'em Out Wednesday on WAF. Neither of you or any studio guest or caller may make reference to Whip 'em Out Wednesday, effective immediately. This includes any and all song parodies with references to Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Wait. Holy fuck, I forgot how fucking...
See, as much as it's like old audio, isn't that infuriating?
It's enraging, yeah.
This is what we had to deal with this guy. And we proved him wrong, because when we moved to New York, which is a much bigger market than Boston, we did WOW with the full support of the company.
Yep.
WOW stickers.
WOW
Matter of fact, it got to a point, I got to find the old picture, there was a WOW billboard in Times Square with our names on it.
I got the
actual
of that
WOW
in my
sticker.
bar downstairs. I had that, Ange had that framed for me and stuff.
Right.
It's great. It's cool as fuck.
We just knew.
Yeah, I mean, why would you send out a memo and say, don't... That's like having a meeting with the staff and saying, don't talk about it on the air. It's like, why would you do that? It's pathetic.
Yeah,
it's
to this
really
day, to this day, management tries to do that to you.
Yeah.
They don't understand that, when you say don't talk about it on the air, that's the first thing we're going to do. Because it makes for good radio in the end.
Why is it a secret if our audience knows? Like, why is that a secret? It's not NASA.
Yeah, we deal with that to this day. But back to, can you believe this memo?
Yeah. I mean, that's sickening.
And then all right, and then it continues.
I got to say something too. I got to read some.
All right, go ahead.
In addition, there'll be no mention or reference to the article that ran in the Saturday, June 21st edition of the Boston Globe, titled "Like Wow, No, Not a Bit" by Eileen McNamara. Any violations of these policies will result in a 2-week suspension without pay for both of you, as will any mention of this memo on air.
So there you go.
That is why we have been not bringing up the subject.
That's why we've been censored for the last 3 or 4 days, and obviously now they got to suspend us. But I don't really care, because I cannot be censored.
Now, you know what my
I cannot do this radio show and be censored. Simple as that.
You know what my problem was? If you remember, a week ago, we had a meeting, me and Opie.
Yes. Because this whole WOW thing
Hold on a
get
second.
out of hand, and we were trying.
Opie and I.
Young kids, young bucks wouldn't talk like that, Jimmy. Maybe your grandma talks like that, not a couple of young up-and-comers.
Yeah, even though it's like we can't be censored, I'm more annoyed at the memo than I am even wanting to goof on that.
Yeah,
I know.
True.
And we didn't want to be censored by that guy, because we understood the rules of radio.
We understood that guy knew nothing about radio, too.
And we understood exactly what the FCC would fine you for. And
that wasn't it.
In our minds, especially back then, we thought that's all we had to worry about. Yeah. None of this other side nonsense. And could you imagine that the Boston Globe is a big deal, and they're writing about you and killing you? I haven't read the article in years, so I don't know exactly, but I remember it was bad. Yeah. And we have a forum, and we can't even defend ourselves.
We can't talk about it.
Are you kidding me?
Pathetic.
Isn't it pathetic?
If we would have listened to Dave, we would have been nowhere.
Of course.
Nowhere.
There are behind the scenes radio guys that do know what they're doing, but there are so many of you behind the scenes that you really, that's why you're behind the scenes, because you're not creative.
You're not creative.
And this
you
is not all of them. There are some very
works.
Smart guys, but there are some just non-creative duds.
He had no clue what was supposed to be done in a circumstance like this. And this came about a lot of times when things would happen and Dave would be like, oh, we ought to treat it like this, or we should do this. That. He never knew what an on-air personality or staff should do in a circumstance, and this is a prime example.
Right.
The Whip 'em Out Wednesday's getting attention, negative attention, whatever the fuck it is.
Okay.
It's in the Boston Globe. You don't say don't talk about it ever again.
Right.
That's the opposite of what you do.
Yeah. Or I mean, if you have to go down that road, try to spin it.
Yeah, something. But you got to
something, not just say that everyone has to stop talking immediately.
Yeah. What a dope. I forgot how fucking bad this was. Oof. That was like, don't mention anything about it.
Right. And what was the other
songs?
What was the other meeting that is being referenced in this?
I don't know. Me and you had a meeting.
We always had meetings.
Yeah.
The famous, consider me the third member of the Opie and Anthony show. Because
really?
He used to get nervous on a daily basis because he had no idea what we were going to do on that show. Of course we did some douchey stuff, but we also did some pretty edgy things. And
he wanted to know everything before we did it.
He needed to know everything before we did it because he didn't know what the fuck we were going to do next.
But knowing us over the years now, people that have listened to the program, they probably know we really don't know what we're doing detail-wise on a given day. So how the fuck are we going to tell him?
Right. Well,
why would we?
And why would we? Exactly right. So I'll continue with this old clip from '97.
We had a meeting, me and Opie.
Yes. Because this whole WoW thing did get out of hand, and we were trying to figure out a cool way where everyone, both sides could be happy.
And we don't look like dicks.
Like pussies, basically.
Right.
And we did come up with a way to, calm the whole issue down in a way that made me and Ann happy and management happy.
Right.
Then they turned around because one article was written about us in the Globe that we're not even allowed to defend ourselves upon.
Right.
This lady attacked us like a vicious dog, and we weren't allowed to retaliate or talk about it on the radio. And because of that, now they want, WoW to completely go away. And those guys are a bunch of pussies. They couldn't come in here and get rid of it themselves. They forced us to do it.
And it wasn't an issue where it went from we were in a meeting one week talking about WoW and how we're going to deal with it to them getting a couple of letters and us automatically now getting threatened with our jobs.
Yes, exactly.
If we talk about it again. It went from one extreme to the other.
Exactly.
And we don't think that's fair at all.
Not at all. That's a form of censorship. I mean, AF has every right in the world to come in here and stop the WoW promotion. Of course they have every right. The company that owns AF has that right as well. But they don't have the right to force us to stop it.
No.
Not at all. And threaten us with suspensions and jobs. That's censorship.
They want to come in and say, hey, people, stop doing WoW. That's fine, whatever.
Basically, Whip 'em Out Wednesday was a concept where it was a fun little thing that guys would put the WoW on their car and the girls would flash if they want. All right? It was a voluntary basis. It still is a voluntary basis because I'm not going to tell you guys not to do it anymore.
And personally, I could care less if another girl flashes. That isn't even the issue anymore.
No, that's not the issue anymore. Okay? But no ladies were supposed to be harassed. We never encouraged harassment of the ladies. Okay? It was supposed to be a voluntary thing. Most ladies, did it because they wanted to.
They wanted to, right.
And the guys, laughed, had a good time, and they moved on.
But we got a couple of letters. We got an article in the Globe by Eileen McNamara, which we were told also we couldn't refer to, which I thought was weird, that we couldn't even refer to any press that we
this
got.
is making me so angry.
So, this is a big deal, by the way. This is a turning moment for the Opie and Anthony show, because I think this was the first time we said, fuck you, we know exactly what we're doing, and if it means our job, so be it. If we would have fucking folded to those guys back then, you would not be listening to us today. There's no way. I remember, because now, I mean, we joke about, but if we get fired tomorrow, whatever. We got really good lives. But back then, I wasn't even paying my bills properly. I was juggling like anyone else.
I'd have been back in the attics.
I was juggling like anyone else. Like, we were taking a major chance here.
Yeah. Look at her, too, by the way. Eileen McNamara. I'm looking at her picture, like, how pathetic.
Right. What were we going to say, Jimmy? I'm sorry. You said to pause this.
That's okay. It's just the cowards behind the scene in radio. Yeah. Which is why they're not, because they probably never had the courage to go out and do what they want to do.
Right.
And this is, again, not all behind. Some guys like producing, whatever, but there are so many fucking cowards in this business. They just lurk behind the, don't talk, don't say that. Not stuff that you don't even need to say. Just don't talk about why wouldn't you talk about the Globe article?
This was a huge catalyst for us, man. I mean, our listeners got behind us big time after this. I remember.
Because it's that classic thing people like, the underdog, we're getting bullied by management and by the Boston Globe, and then we come out and speak out against it. Right. People fucking loved that.
And they were all in, and mere 10 months later, we were gone. Because this is June of '97. We were gone, obviously, April, I don't know, we got fired April 8th, I think.
That was a very important few months for us, though, up there, because then we said what we did here, we did for the rest of our fucking time up there.
How much more time did you have after this?
10 months, about
10 months of bashing heads with these motherfuckers, and just building our own brand up and saying fuck you to them.
Yeah, we had the audience. The fans were rabid. Oh man! And we said, all right, here we go. Let's do this.
It worked well.
And then all of a sudden, people around the country started to get to know who we were. This is a big day, I'm telling you.
I remember
as much as it's kind of douchey to hear the different voice and stuff, but this took fucking balls, man. Holy fuck.
What dopes they were to pull you off the air for the mayor thing. What dummies.
For everything. It was just so stupid.
Cowards.
I mean, that one,
They should not have fired you for that. Maybe you should have got suspended. They should not have fired you for it. It would have went away.
They should have tried to hang in there, because we were really important to the station back then.
It always goes away.
It does. We've learned that over the years, right? This is almost done. Let's hear the rest of this.
There. So now it's all out. Now it's all out in the breeze. Now it's all out in the breeze. Now you guys know what's been going on the last 4 days here at AF. I appreciate if you pass it on to others, because we're not going to be able to have this spiel again for at least 3 weeks, maybe ever. We might be out of here for good now. That's it. That's it. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? We will see. But that's a form of censorship, and I can't accept that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's it. And we're going to be suspended for at least 2 weeks without pay. Right. I don't make a lot of money. Trust me, this is serious business. I can't afford to be off for 2 weeks.
Thank God that got remedied right up.
That's right.
To prove my point that no one should be censored in this damn country. All right? And the other thing real fast about WOW, we didn't break any broadcasting laws. No. Now, one law was broken, broadcast law.
No. I don't think there's any law about telling people to put a word on their car.
Right, and have the girls voluntary flash them.
But whatever.
So I want you guys to know that. We didn't break one broadcasting law, but we were censored, and I can't accept that.
No.
So there you go.
That's it. We'll see you on the July... end of July, maybe? Maybe?
Who knows how this is going to... Who knows how this is going to play out, but I totally would appreciate if you guys pass the word along for us, because honestly, we will not be here tomorrow. All right? It's been real, man.
And then the music, of course.
Oh, we didn't say the call letters there.
Oh, man.
And I bet you this is how it went down after that. My memory is not strong as far as this one goes, but I bet you what happened. Dave now comes in, yells and screams at us.
Oh, yeah.
And suspends us immediately. And then he probably went to Bruce Mittman like, well, now we got to fire these guys. Because I think that's what he wanted.
Oh, yeah. He did not like that.
I think he wanted us fired in the end and wanted to bring in guys he could completely control.
Dave, what are you, an asshole? Get out of my fucking office with that.
With that boring, I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska type radio.
Yeah.
And I guarantee Bruce then stepped in and said, hell no.
And Bruce was like, don't worry, boys. We'll pay you.
And then Bruce dragged us into his meeting, into his office for a meeting, closed the door, and then was a completely different person.
Of course.
And he probably sat us down like, look, you know.
He undermined Dave, or actually overmined him because he was the GM, Dave, all the time when it came to us.
And he probably said, look, this is a real issue. We're a little nervous advertising-wise and stuff. So, of course, we're not going to fire you, but we do have to take you off the air for a little while.
Go on vacation.
I kind of remember that.
Yeah,
and he goes, and don't you worry, we'll pay you.
Yeah, we'll pay you. So just take a vacation.
Right. So in the end, we got 2 weeks off to do nothing. Except film. Except to film 2 sheet videos.
Film dumb fucking videos on the beach. Yeah, that's fucked up.
That was a big day, man. If you care about the history of this show, that's a big fucking day. Because we just honestly had no idea how it was going to turn out. Because that city was, like, on our ass, too.
That was the day I invented the flux capacitor.
Right. Let's say hi to Scott in Chicago. Scott.
Hey, Elf, how you doing?
Hey, buddy.
I was listening to you guys playing this, and I wondered, this is you ranting and Anthony reacting.
Right.
When did the shift in your, broadcast career come where Anthony became the ranter and you kind of reacted to him?
It went both ways. That was just an example of where,
I ranted way more than you back
going
then.
off.
But it was mostly radio rants because I just knew how this business should be run. This business has frustrated me since I first turned on a microphone. No joke. All the way back in college, I saw the douchebags that ran the college radio station and how they were just full of themselves and didn't really understand, what this thing could do. And I had to change because I was starting to sound like a broken record with my rants.
They'd be on the air if they were any good.
I can rant today about this place easily. Yeah. But we did a little bit yesterday. Now we do it just in smaller doses.
Right.
But I think a lot of the audience was right when they were hearing the same shit over and over again. It gets to be enough. So.
Well, it's really fun to hear a 14-year-old. You're really.
I know. I don't know what that is. I feel like it's the processing or something.
I don't know.
God, did I really sound that young?
That was pretty funny.
In the last clip, Opie was going to say either graciously or gracefully, but then he stopped himself. Well, I was speaking extremely fast.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was trying to say there. He wants to know, what were you trying to say there? I don't know. It was 17 years ago.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Let me think. Oh, now I remember. I was trying to say.
I got a few words wrong in there, but I got my point across.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was a dude on Modern Marvels wearing a WoW shirt. Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
The WoW sticker was in The Sopranos. It was in a bunch of Dennis Leary's TV shows.
Yeah, it's popped up.
And this Dave Douglas didn't get what it was. Oh, and I remember now the article, they were trying to claim that women were being harassed.
Yeah.
And they just weren't.
Wasn't happening.
Was there one or two that could have possibly been harassed? Maybe. But she made it sound like it was this epidemic that women were being followed. Remember? I'm starting to remember.
And stalked.
They were being followed and stalked. They were being followed home, and that just wasn't happening on a.
That's the article, huh?
What does it say in there?
Yeah, it's a long article. It was a big one.
Like, wow, no, not a bit. Read the first couple.
Well, it's 1997. In Lowell, the financially troubled Prince Pasta Factory is up for sale, and in Worcester, Wednesdays are in even more trouble than that. At WAAF-FM radio, midweek now means, wow, whip 'em out Wednesday. The station that bills itself as radio that really rocks.
Oh, yeah.
In quotes, by the way.
Encourages men to place wow signs in their car windows, urging women to show them their breasts.
Thank you.
All that's doing is making guys want to hear the radio show.
Right?
Right. So why not talk about it?
It worked.
What a dumb woman.
Keep going.
Look at big mention. This sophomoric stunt is the brainchild of two witless disc jockeys.
Who are they?
Opie and Anthony.
Wait, that's us!
Who spend the evening drive time regaling listeners with memories of such developmental milestones as their first erections on the school bus.
Yeah, write that in the Boston Globe.
What an old lady. What a fucking old lady.
That's Anthony with the school bus.
I did get boners on the bus.
Because it vibrated or
driving
something?
No, it had it had nothing to do with a feeling of any sort. It wasn't the vibration, it wasn't anything. I would get on the bus, sit there, and get a rod.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to like take my books and hide it when I got off the bus. And then once I got off the bus, it went away.
Why were you getting rods?
I don't know. It was some kind of thing I never understood.
Thing.
Yeah, because it had nothing to do with a physical.
Those school buses.
It was
got a little.
No physical stimulation.
Vibrations going.
It wasn't a physical stimulation. It wasn't me looking around at a girl that was attractive or anything. I just got a rod on the bus, and then it went away when I got off the bus. I don't know what happened.
Let me, I want to read more of this article, Sam. It's going well so far. Let's say hi to Chris in L.A. Chris.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, buddy.
All right, I have to say, you were talking about being censored on the Boston show, if I'm correct. This, without you guys making all this pretty much whipping out Wednesdays and everything, you wouldn't be here where you are. The thing that they censor is bullshit. Because the censor is like, we can't even do anything. Like, no one can do anything on the radio nowadays. Like how you guys were talking about, we can't make prank calls. And I've heard some of the stuff that you guys did when you did prank calls, which is the funniest shit I have ever heard in my life.
Yeah, they took prank calls away from us. God, that's got to be almost 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
You cannot do a prank call on the radio. Every single one of those you hear is fake in some way.
They are fake.
But those I almost understand because you can get sued if somebody says that, like. But this other stuff is just reasonless.
We can't really have naked girls on anymore, or we can, but we can't really touch them, or we can't. Well, there's no
jack off on them.
Yeah. Exactly, while they're crying.
We used to have girls squirt into Big A's face.
Oh, it was great.
You absolutely cannot do that on the radio.
No,
nowadays.
Big A would sue.
Exactly.
They took away a lot of our tricks over the years.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I feel would have to be pretty much censored is pretty much the bit you guys did with the April Fool's joke, because that was the worst thing I've ever heard. It's like when you guys did the Scott and Todd Jocktober, that was like the agonizing shit ever, because it's like, come on, finish it. Just finish it.
I hear him talking.
I don't know what he's saying.
I don't know. It's
all right.
Thank you, sir.
What are you saying?
Thank you, Chris. I continue with the Boston Globe article. We were up to the point of erections on the school bus.
Yes. Their pubescent preoccupation with bodily functions from the bathroom to the bedroom puts them in the mainstream of standard FM radio fare.
Oh, boy.
But look, this is just, she's a hack old lady.
Yes, she is.
She's saying hack old lady things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's not our audience, obviously.
Like, what's wrong with having a sophomoric sense of humor? Like, why is that so terrible?
Right.
This is an era, after all, when Howard Stern claims to be the king of all media, and Time magazine cites Don Imus as one of the 25 most influential Americans.
Wow.
Okay.
The First Amendment casts a long shadow of necessity. It protects the lowest common denominator. And there is much to be said for the argument that women can turn off programs that offend us. But women should not have to turn off the highway to elude the leering pursuit of morons in the adjacent lane.
Leering pursuit.
Right, because that's what makes guys look at women. A bumper sticker.
A bumper sticker. It's not. But see, it was the other way around. It's they put the sticker on or a sign in the window, and then the woman has to make the move. So she would be into it. The guy just drives.
She's trying to claim like that.
I know, but it never happened.
Yeah, that now you're gonna like pressure her into showing her breasts.
Yeah, like what do you like? It's like getting a girl like run around the park for Erin.
Oh,
I like that one.
That's a good one.
I did too. I'm saying, but I'm kind of backing her point up.
But you did.
Well, I understand that one might have been a little rough, but we had someone that was going to do it.
I know. I dated her.
Yep. We gotta say it now. It was a girl Jimmy was dating.
No, I met her because of the show.
Before you were dating her.
Oh, that's how I met her.
Right. Yeah. We loved this girl, man. I used to love running into Jimmy and her because she was just fucking nuts.
Batshit crazy. But it was.
Can you tell one of the old stories from her?
Well, how she would always. Well, let me say how I met her was I run around the park for Erin, which is rape, or run around the park for Erin. You're supposed to meet a girl.
Yeah. Right.
Well, basically, it was called Run Around Park for Erin, and we had this girl. Was that her real name? I forget.
No.
It wasn't. Okay, yeah. But we needed the girl to be named.
Her real name is Mike.
And we were going to set her loose in Central Park.
Right.
Look, I'm not saying that. Sometimes they're right. And she was going to have, like, something on her, like, flag football type of thing. And she was going to run around Central Park. And if you found her and grabbed that, that flag off her body, you were going to win, like, a lot. Like, we were looking for a huge prize for this.
Yeah, nothing. We weren't supposed to hurt her. It was just...
No, but they figured out what
the acronym was.
Run around punk for her.
And it was supposed to be some kind of a pseudo pursuit of a girl in Central Park, and it had all kinds of nasty, rapey undertones to it.
So we were shut down on that one.
Yeah,
I think I sort of understood that.
I kind of understood.
I was driving around.
I understood that one. But anyway, because of that, the girl came in who was more than willing to do this, and then Jimmy ends up dating her.
I was driving around one day, and I hear you guys going, Jim Norton, if you're listening, come into the radio show. We have a girl for you. Oh. That was how I met her.
Really?
Yeah, you on the air said, come in today.
Really?
Yeah, this is before I was in. I was a regular, but I wasn't in every day. And I came in, and she was into being slapped. That was her thing. So you're like, would you slap her on the air? And I'm like, yeah. And she was into it. And I fucking slapped her in the face on the radio, and she liked it. She was really dirty.
I remember this like it was yesterday, by the way.
And I think we started talking after, and I offered to drive her home. I was living in Jersey at the time. So I dropped her off. She lived on the east side. And I don't know if we fooled around that night, but I think I got her number. Oh, she wouldn't show me where her apartment really was. She made me drop her on the corner. And we stayed in touch. And she was sexy, man. I couldn't believe she went out with me. I could not believe it. She was
very sexy.
I picked her up, and she had like a fucking... This I knew there was a problem. She had like a water bottle, but it was filled with like fucking Zinfandel or whatever. She was just drinking wine in my car.
Oh, wow, okay.
Out of a water bottle.
Yeah, but we'd be she's still a friend of mine. I haven't talked to her in a while.
Yeah.
But like we would go into restaurants, and she would have a fork, but she had to turn them upside down because she was afraid that the fork tongs were coming at her eyes.
At her eyes. Didn't we all go to dinner once at some place?
Oh, yeah, man. We all hung out with her
like
a
some
bunch of
place.
times.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I can't remember where it was. Yeah, I remember that.
She was really good
funny.
at yoga, too.
She didn't want the fork tongs facing her eyes.
What about the ex she had? Didn't she stick a TV antenna up his ass or something?
Did she? Maybe she did. Yeah, I think she did tell us that. I don't remember.
And smashed the guy's really nice TV at the time.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, she was nuts. She could tell a good story. All right, continue there, Sam Roberts.
Certainly, even the giant intellects at WAAF-FM must know they work at a third-rate station in a second-rate market, and that not every radio in every car is tuned in to its daily diet of Jimi Hendrix and ZZ Top.
We never played Jimi
Hendrix and ZZ Top.
First of all,
we didn't play
back
that.
then.
That was classic rock.
I hear they play that stuff now, but the times have changed. But we never played any of that stuff.
Why would we assume that everyone was listening?
Right.
We knew they weren't.
You know what happens when you assume?
Yes.
You come on your shoes.
One woman thought the letters mistakenly had been inverted and should have read Mom.
Aww.
Another speculated that the letters stood for Women of Wisdom.
Ew.
Cockeyed optimism.
Cock.
Oh, she just made those up.
She totally made it up.
She made those up for
never
her
happened.
article.
Yeah, she
no
wanted to
woman
sound
thought
funny.
that.
No one did.
No. We've heard the mom joke over the years.
Women of wisdom.
Go ahead.
Women offended by or unaware of the meaning of wow report being cut off in traffic and nearly driven off the road for failing to comply with the displayed demand. State police responded to complaints this week by ordering the station to stop promoting WOW, citing the obvious public safety hazard.
It's not a hazard.
No, and holy shit. Did that happen, what she's saying in the article? I don't. It certainly wasn't happening.
No, not in any widespread number that anyone should give a shit.
And the reason the state police got involved, this is just amazing to me.
I remember that.
Was because that asshole reporter.
Yeah, the reporter
fucked us over, too. Guy comes in with an... we've told these stories, I understand, but I don't know. Going down memory lane today. But we had... there was the local Fox guy, I think.
Yeah, he was doing a story on...
Comes in with jeans
wow.
and a hip shirt and an earring.
Hey, this is great, man.
And he's like, this is the coolest thing ever, man. And he got us talking. He was smart.
Yeah.
We weren't media savvy.
Not at all.
So like, I remember going to you like, I think they're going to do a positive article on wow.
This is going to be
great. And he got us talking because he got us
video, got us talking, and then the story runs.
Was it a good story?
And there he is, it's like, well, where's the guy with the shirt and earring? He's in a suit, no earring,
reporter
hair,
over a highway, I think.
Yeah. The dangers of this promotion are outrageous. We talked with state police, and there's a cop who's talking to him. I'm like, what happened?
Fuck?
Where's the guy with the earring?
We actually got a girl to give him a lap dance that day.
What happened?
Remember?
He took the lap dance?
Fuck yeah.
Where's the guy with the earring?
Because back then we were having parties that were.
Where's the cool guy?
Can you find that the WoW piece now? Read the rest of the Boston Globe article, and then maybe we can find the WoW report.
But instead of abandoning their adolescent promotion, Opie and Anthony have spent the last few days polluting the airwaves with attacks on their female critics.
Your airwaves are so polluted.
I can't even get that show.
All very thoughtful, of course. On the order of the caller who boasted that he has placed a new sign alongside WOW that reads "Now sucks."
National Organization of Women.
Yeah.
That's what now represents.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the Dave Douglas stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, goody.
Dave Douglas is the program manager at WAAF. He says WOW began this spring as a lighthearted, fun concept that has grown beyond what we expected.
This is why I hate them all in radio.
Lighthearted fun.
Lighthearted fun.
We're all about lighthearted fun here.
Lighthearted fun concept. What a groveling behind-the-scenes worm.
He acknowledges that the campaign has gotten out of hand and offended some people, but that's not what our intention was.
No.
The road to hell, Mr. Douglas.
Paved with good intentions?
No.
What happened? What is it?
I-90.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Southbound. Of course.
He attributes the criticism to the puritanical nature of this region.
Oh, there you go.
Rather than to any debasement of women inherent in the WOW concept. Some women, after all, have chosen to bare their breasts, he notes.
Some?
Plenty.
Some? Especially when this first hit?
You Massachusetts whores were fucking flipping your tits out like crazy.
Dirtiest girls ever are Boston.
Some?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. If a girl's wearing a crucifix from Boston, she'll blow you and then put it in your hiney.
Jimmy.
The station is concerned,
but
will not order Opie and Anthony to stop promoting WOW, says Douglas. That would infringe on the creative control.
Well, that went to the fucking wayside.
See,
of the station's two artists.
You just heard our audio, right? You see what this guy did?
Yeah. Liar.
We're not going to tell him to stop, but then he did exactly that. With a secret memo we weren't supposed to read on the air.
Probably because I'll tell you why. Because he probably knew it would contradict him in the fucking Boston article.
Really? He said that about two shock jocks who began their program yesterday announcing that once again it was FU Friday.
That's where FU Friday started all the way back then? Wow.
The management of WA...
What's wrong with doing FU Friday?
Yeah, people get a chance to
It's the
vent.
wrong attitude, Ope. It's the wrong attitude.
Everyone has, shit they want to get off their chest after a long week.
The management of WAAF will reduce the visibility of WOW, but Douglas acknowledges that regardless of what we do, people will continue to do this.
All right. Doesn't sound that bad there.
WAAF ought to give some thought to the ages of those people. One woman reports being shouted at on the Mass Pike by a school bus full of boys no older than 12 holding handmade WOW signs.
I would bet a lot of money that did not happen.
Just stop it.
Go ahead.
Another report seeing two 10-year-olds holding a WOW sign on an overpass above I-95.
Where is first of all, who is reporting to her? Like, why would they go to her with any of these stories?
She's just trying to pump up her story.
Well, how do you know how old they are? Who stopped and asked them their ages? You're just guessing.
Because she made it all up to make her point better.
It's probably one 20-year-old. She just cut in half of the story.
Like, she didn't say, hey, I'm doing a WOW story. She didn't write in the paper, hey, I'm doing a WOW story. If you have horrible stories of what happened to you, please let me know.
No,
like, people just volunteered.
And contacted her?
And contacted her out of nowhere. It didn't happen.
That's lies.
Bullshit.
God, but you read that, it sounds pretty bad, right? It's the foot. I figured it out.
No way.
Yep.
Nope.
Look for yourself. Foot.
No.
Yep. See?
That might be right.
It's the foot.
No.
Continue.
I'm staying right here.
That was my first guess, but it's the foot.
No. Why would it go up that high?
Boom. Boom. Left. Foot. Boom. All right, continue. Continue.
Rock and roll, like adolescence, is about rebellion.
Nice, right?
Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. That's why Opie and Anthony court parody by calling each other dude on the air. As
Suddenly she turned me. She's finally right.
Right, she's on to us.
All right, she made one.
Yes. As if
one
they were
good point.
As if they were 15-year-old boys instead of middle-aged men.
Well, you can't sue her for slander.
Damn, the old broad's on to us.
She's on to us on that one.
That's
all right.
15-year-old.
Yeah, 1 point for you.
Yeah.
Middle-aged though.
Well, please quote the empties. Go ahead.
Come on.
Check out the empties, man.
But rebellion is one thing, misogyny is another.
I love a good misogyny.
The days of Neanderthals with big clubs are over. Marianne Winters, the director of the Massachusetts Coalition Against Sexual Assault, wrote to WAAF this week. Not so, Mrs. Winters.
Did you fuck her?
These days, the Neanderthals are calling themselves artists, and they have creative control.
Look out.
Is that the end of the article?
That's the end.
Touche. Artist, and we have creative control.
You sound like a Neanderthal.
I know. Show me your tits.
Did you find the news report to really wrap this whole thing apart?
No, I was reading the
together. I mean,
wrap this apart.
I mean, don't we have other people that could be looking for this stuff?
You really think?
Did E-Rock find it? What is E-Rock doing today?
Eating?
Bikini Girls?
Yeah, he's checking out Bikini Girls.
Fan fiction? WWE fan fiction? Writing his movie?
Put Wow News or something. I don't know. Put
have you seen it before? Is it up?
I think I have seen that one before, yeah.
That movie's got to be 3 years in the making now.
What
right?
movie? The E-Rock movie?
Oh, yeah.
E-Rock's fucking period piece of 20 fucking 30, 50 years.
NBC, wow. What's that one?
It's one of my favorite E-Rock moments.
What is this one?
Who's that? Karen Ann Riddle?
Here was not called until after 10. However, a spokesperson says they will make an effort to contact the mayor here more quickly should there be any future incidents. We are live in Buchanan this evening. Carol Ann Riddell.
Where's Buchanan?
I don't know.
Our assault on the media was one of the greatest things.
Oh, was that a good one?
Oh, we got to bring that back.
That was a dandy.
If it happens to come back on its own, so be it. Right, Ed? Right?
It's not us.
Who are we to say not to do that?
Exactly. Don't infringe on our freedom of expression. We're entertainers. Talent. That was great.
If you can find the news report, that would be wonderful. Because
I forgot what his name was.
That guy got us bad. Oh, did he get us bad?
We were bamboozled by him. He was supposed to be a cool guy.
Right. We were tricked by the earring.
That earring was really tricky.
Probably didn't even have a hole in his ear.
Clip-on.
It was probably a clip-on.
He's probably used that gag so many times to fuck people over.
Yeah, he probably thought, oh, these dopes will fall for this.
Yeah.
Fuck. And we did. Remember, he's like, hey, get up on the rock bus. Remember all that shit?
Get up on top of the rock
with
bus.
With some of the girls, you know?
The girls
that'll be a
up
cool
there.
shot. Remember all that crap?
And then he was like, just fucking in a suit and tie, and he was angry.
Over a highway.
What? With a state trooper right next to him. Over the highway. We're like, what?
I remember seeing that going, why did he film that part?
Where's the cool guy?
Where's all that cool stuff he filmed? He didn't use any of it. None of it. God, I need to see that now. Sam.
Yeah.
Could you have E-Rock look deep for that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if... Yeah.
All right.
Got to be somewhere. It's the internet.
That's right.
I really did.
Siding somewhere.
I did have quite a bomb.
You did?
Why?
Yeah.
Missed it.
What'd you say?
That you were talking about 2 10-year-olds. And I said, maybe there's just one 20-year-old she cut in half of the story. See, that would make 2 10-year-olds.
Yeah, that was a bomb, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, we'll take a break.
Righty.
Get into some other stuff.
Righty.
Jimmy, you want to repeat what you said to me?
About what?
Oh, this is a cool song.
This is the song you came out of in that clip.
Oh, wow, really? Good.
I don't really remember remember this.
This is Jenny said, like, cowboy man.
How old?
97.
Yeah, I like this one.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, of course. We used to really, really like the music AF played, remember?
Yeah.
We were really into it. At BAB, I was playing classic rock, and that's where I met Ant. And then to be able to play all the new stuff,
Yeah, it was really good.
that was awesome.
I never heard this.
It's a good song.
It's so 90s.
Does it have that feel?
Man, it certainly does.
What's the band?
Jenny Says.
No, that's the song, Cowboy Mouth.
Oh, Cowboy Mouth, sorry, yeah.
Cowboy what?
Mouth.
Mouth.
It has a very 7 Mary 3 feel.
7 Mary 3. Yeah.
How come I never heard of this guy? He's good. Was this the only good song?
One hit wonder back in the 90s.
Was this a hit?
It's barely.
Got
I
airplay.
don't remember this in New York.
This is just kind of a filler song in between the popular songs of the 90s.
But that was the cool thing about AF. We got to play a lot of songs that most of radio was ignoring.
Yeah.
Because it, wasn't a huge hit or whatever. Anyway, do we have WOW stickers still? So how do they get them? Because a lot of people have been asking for them lately, and now it's just become a way to show that you listen to the show.
Yeah, it's like a show sticker
And
now.
if it still works, great. I don't know.
God bless.
People can send a self-addressed stamped envelope.
Do we have a lot of them still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
good.
yeah, definitely.
Who's that?
Oh, no.
Is that
Fun
for
killer.
us?
A fun killer. I don't know.
Who are you?
Exactly.
Oh. Looks like Miss Hathaway from fucking Beverly Hillbillies.
Foghorn Leghorn's nephew.
What are you going to do? Oh.
So what does that mean?
She's got creds. I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Kenny's laughing over there because he could hear us.
Tell Kenny to come in.
Come in here.
Kenny
I
loves
love
some,
how I can talk to Kenny.
Kenny loves some inter-fucking office gossip. He loves it.
Kenny, be
Kenny?
careful, because who is that? Oh, you're closing the door tight. Who is that?
I don't know, but she's not happy.
With who?
She's having technical difficulties the last 2 days with her studio.
Oh, so it's nothing to do with us?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's all we cared about. We were worried that she was like a human resources lady.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
How's that look?
Yep.
I don't know what she is, but...
Yeah, I have a word for it.
I can guess what channel she's on.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Yes. Yeah, WCNT.
Right.
Wow. All right.
What? For WOW stickers, why don't you guys tweet this out on the O&A Show Twitter, which is O&A Show. So to get a WOW sticker, you do what?
You can mail a self-addressed and stamped envelope to 1221 Avenue of the Americas, floor 36, New York, New York, 10020, and make sure it says Opie and Anthony WOW sticker request.
We haven't advertised that in a while. Maybe we should get a promo.
Yeah.
You know what I love about what just happened? We just made your job a lot tougher. You can stuff envelopes.
Don't mind. We still get them, you know.
Yeah.
Well, now you're going to get a lot of them.
Good.
You're going to get a lot of them.
Promote the WOW brand, right?
I took a dump before. And it was
how
awful.
was it?
Awful. It was like a real forced. I was on the handicap thing, so I'm tippy-toe pushing.
Oh, you had a high boy.
And I couldn't. I went, but not much. And it was like one of those endless wipers. I was 8 wipes in, and I realized I haven't even made a dent in this baby.
Oh, God.
Is there anything worse, though?
Oh, it's terrible.
I describe that as wearing down a crayon.
Yeah.
You keep wiping.
Yes.
Right. It's just a crayon. Fuck yeah.
What? Who?
This girl that walked by.
Oh. I had a nice one, too.
Yeah.
My smoothies, man.
They help, right?
Boy.
Oh, very.
They come out like they go in.
Yeah.
Very regular.
smooth.
I told you, they get a little pot roasty at times, but besides that, they're coming out every day, though. That's nice.
My drink has been making it hard. I'm liquefying rice and drinking it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
And the paper today's calling the NutriBullet kind of hack.
Why is that?
How's that a hack? How's there a hacky?
They're saying
yeah, what's a hack aspect to that?
Exactly. You only get it with airplane snacks.
The NutriBullet is taking off. We all know that. And
they see it as another infomercial type gimmick.
How they said it, I never know what paper this stuff is in. Can you give
Does it have OxyClean in it?
Can I have your Post? I think it's in the Post. Please.
I'm going to grab my Post.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
please.
Oh, the Post.
I need to grab your Post.
There we go.
Jenny says...
I know, that's stuck in my head now.
I might do some 90s music.
Download
today.
that.
But as I try to get this pile of shit back in shape.
Pile of shit. Yeah, there you go.
This mountain of flesh shit back in shape. It says, fashionable New Yorkers are falling hard for cheesy. That's what cheesy as seen on TV health gadget. They're calling the NutriBullet a cheesy as seen on TV health gadget. That is beyond not fair.
It would imply that it doesn't work.
The NutriBullet is amazing.
Ooh. Pull that quote.
Well, it pains me to say because I still haven't got my envelope, but it's an amazing product. I'm all in with blending shit up now because of the NutriBullet. Because you don't have to clean the blades like the old days where you had to put your whole hand in there and try to clean out those blades.
Get under the blades, it's impossible.
The blade is like a lid. The blade is a lid.
Yeah.
You know, a lid with the blades in the middle of it.
Screw off top on the bottom instead of the top. And
you run the damn blade under the water for maybe 15 seconds, and I'm telling you, that's it. That cleanup is done. And then you take what you take the container that you just blended everything in as your drinking container.
It's a piece of cake.
The old days, you had to take the blender, find something, pour it into that, so that now it's more of a mess.
Oh, my God.
But for them to call it a cheesy, has seen on TV health gadget, that's
why are they calling
wrong.
it that? What are they saying?
I don't know.
Are they saying anything?
I didn't really read the article.
It says,
that's all I needed to know.
Because they say that it blends things up, and it does. So what's the fucking problem? I don't get it.
In the stylish kitchen of Michael Kirschbaumer, in his Midtown
People
apartment.
Kirsch must hate him.
Let's see. Okay. This guy doesn't like it. He says, personally, it'd be cool if it were more mid-century, more classic looking.
What?
What are you talking?
Who was this written by? Fucking Dr. Ian Smith? With his archaic blender?
Whatever. I was just amazed they called it cheesy because it's certainly not cheesy.
Yeah, but it's a very long article, talking about how great it is, actually.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, like everybody that they're quoted.
So why would they start off by calling it the cheesy as seen on TV health gadget?
They're confused.
Yeah, I mean, they're not style-conscious New Yorkers like yourself.
Oh, I see. I have a lot
Maybe
of style.
that's it.
Yeah, it says, after you realize how easy it is, she says, you definitely don't care that it's sold on TV.
Mm-hmm.
But they fuck him in the headline.
Yeah.
It's all about the headline.
We don't write the headline.
Whatever.
Remember those people that used to write stories about us, and we'd be like, what the fuck is with the headline? They're like, no, we just write the article. We don't write the headline. Who writes the headline? Oh, there's a staff. And again, it got all vague.
Right. Yeah, no one admits it.
But it's like the headline's probably the most important part of the story, because that's what people see.
And they throw it away. Oh, yeah, we don't write the headline.
Yeah.
What?
How about you
They call us Opie and Dopey. Do you understand that?
Yes. It's crazy.
It's hilarious.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not hilarious at all. I'm offended. I am offended. My goddamn sleep schedule is so wacky now.
Why?
I don't know. I get home now, and I just fucking
What, you back rubbed?
sleep, work out, and then go to sleep for hours. I woke up yesterday at 11 p.m.
Well, how had you dozed off?
I dozed off at about 4 p.m.
You could take a 7-hour nap?
Dude, I was on the couch just fucking snoozing away. And then I woke up at 11. I stayed up until about 2.
Right.
Went back to sleep, and then fucking woke up for the show.
Oh, wow.
I did nothing.
I know what it is.
Though.
I mean,
feels good. What?
Yeah, you're old.
Oh, maybe that's it. I'm taking naps. Hey, I'll stay out all goddamn night, but if I'm home and like, especially if I'm home with like no company over or anything. It's just me and the little beeve. I fucking crap right out.
Nothing better than those all-day naps on a couch with some dumb TV movie on. Where you pop your head up and you feel like you're in a womb. Everything is just warm and fuzzy. And
you smell of vaginas in the air.
You just keep going back to sleep, and it's a deep, deep sleep, and you wake up a little bit, and then you go back.
When you fall asleep, when I think it's AMC or something is playing, or USA does it, and they're playing a movie, and then the same movie plays right after the movie, and then the same movie plays right after that, and you're sleeping for hours on end. You'll wake up and be like, it's the middle of the movie, and then you wake up again and it's the beginning. Yeah. It's so confusing. And sometimes I'll wake up and go like, I gotta go to work because it's 5 in the afternoon.
Sure.
But I think it's 5 in the morning, and I'm like, I get back to sleep again. Very snoozy. Oh, it's Donnie Don Wicklin.
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag? Are they donuts?
Fuck you.
Did he bring donuts? Donnie Wicklin. You bring some donuts?
No.
What'd you bring?
See, this is why we like you. You can take a good ribbing. Unlike the old guys.
Oh, yeah,
you brought cupcakes, did you?
Oh.
I did.
Oh,
nice.
Cupcakes.
What kind of cupcakes?
Right. They look like some of them gourmet cupcakes.
Were you really trying to get celebrities to bring us a cupcake during the Unmasked?
Expecting some Drake's Yankee Doodles.
That's like the stupidest idea ever.
I can't, but thank you.
Really?
I would love to, but I can't.
You hate them.
I love cupcakes.
A
Magnolia
kidding.
cupcake?
Oh.
I like cupcakes.
Yeah,
sure. I like cupcakes.
It's your nickname.
What is this?
I don't know.
They all look so delicious.
What's a good flavor?
Magnolias
I'm
is
taking the white one.
Yes, that's right. It's cum flavor.
You took the red velvet,
Jim.
Smash on my back. 2 gay joke volleys back and forth that we both secretly mean. I'm just cutting over.
You took the red velvet.
I was only cutting
They're known for their red velvet over there.
Oh, that is a
I cut
red
a little
velvet.
piece off. I didn't touch it with my knife. No, that's what I want. I cut a little piece off with my knife.
This mush will not accept a cupcake right now.
Oh, he's going to use a
You think
knife.
this body's going to put itself back together?
But I didn't touch that with my finger. That's still very edible. Thank you anyway, Donnie.
Holy fuck. That is a tasty cupcake.
They do a very good job.
How do you keep your fucking great body?
I work out like a maniac.
I meant Opie.
Oh. I do like it.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm getting it back together.
Just the fact that Ant is eating this like he's the fucking belle of the ball. He's holding the cupcake and he's shaving it off.
Why do you eat cupcakes like that?
What do you use, your hands?
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
Exactly. It's like you're fucking eating an apple.
Because
is this a Seinfeld thing?
No, I hate taking a bite. That was though.
And get it all over
your hands,
all over your lips and stuff.
Yeah, I don't like cream all over my lips.
Of course not. You feel like you're wasting it. Belongs in your asshole.
Again, here, Jim.
Don, who came up with the cupcake idea? Come on. Come on, Don.
Yeah, come on. Sorry.
Come on,
We're not
Don.
going to say anything.
So about a week ago,
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be a cool idea to have celebrities maybe walk by, give you a cupcake during the Unmasked. And
Is that really your idea? Or are you just taking the bullet for someone?
it was mine.
You're a good man.
Yeah, you're
However,
right,
I'm
man.
checking that off the list of things not to do.
We didn't care for the idea, but it is fun that you come on and admit it.
Yeah, the other guys before you hated us even talking about them.
I didn't care.
Holy fuck, was that good?
Isn't it good? Want another?
That's
Have
crazy.
another one.
Only one.
What flavor are you eating?
I don't know yet. I had the cream. That's all.
That was red velvet with white, just your standard vanilla icing on top.
I'm telling you.
It was so fucking good.
Magnolia.
They're the best.
I'm literally watching you eat a cupcake and just asking you, like, I'm living through you.
It's so good. Wow, that was good.
God, I want one right now.
Just have one. Work it off. Today's workout day.
No, it is. My trainer's he's gonna be like, "What'd you eat today?" Nothing.
I have something. I have a Quest bar coming, which is not as good as a cupcake, but it's actually not that bad. I can tolerate that.
And it goes a cupcake.
No, but I mean, still for a fucking no sugar bar or
Yeah.
a little teeny bit of sugar, it's actually really good.
And that one cupcake would go to my shit gut.
You think that cupcake had a little sugar in it? A little bit.
Yeah, definitely did.
A lot of it.
Yeah. They're good.
I'll just go to the bathroom and vomit. Bulimic, like Opie's old chick.
I had a couple bulimia chicks. The Red Lobster story is a big one, too. I didn't understand bulimia back then. And then I had the one that got really...
Did she puke at the Red Lobster?
Yeah, I told that story. She was thin, and I had no money. I was at Geneseo, and I drove her home to Syracuse, where she was from, for one of the breaks, and decided to go to Red Lobster and spent everything I had, because I liked her at the time. Everything. I was broke by the end of my meal with her. And she said, I'll be right back. We feasted. We had a good time. We feasted. She went into the bathroom and puked. She came out. Her eyes were all watery still.
Oh. That
Why are
did
you
happen to
laughing?
George Costanza, too. He had
these stories this morning.
But
aren't they great?
But the best one,
I love them.
The best one, I was a freshman in college, and I brought this girl back to my room after drinking, thinking we were going to fool around a little bit. And she insisted on ordering a pizza. And I was too young to understand any of this stuff. But I remember thinking it was weird. Why now? Like, I think we even ate on the way home, probably.
Were you going out with E-Rockella?
It certainly is. The unshaven fucking mokes. He doth lumber.
And she was in good shape. Nothing was wrong with her, and she ate most of the pizza, and then had to eat more stuff. And long story short, we didn't do anything because we spent the whole time eating.
Wow.
Fast forward, she leaves school. I didn't know her that well, but a little bit from here and there. She leaves school, and then homecoming weekend, I'm walking down Main Street, Geneseo, in front of Fat Augie's. I know exactly where. And all of a sudden, this beast comes running up to me, this huge monster.
In a wrestling shirt.
All excited that she's seeing me, and goes, "Oh, my God, I haven't seen you in, whatever, a year," and gives me a huge... "Good to see you again," hug. And my arms don't even.
Oh my God!
My arms don't even reach around her.
I guess she stopped, huh?
And yeah. Then I learned through people and stuff that she was had bulimia and figured it out.
That would have been funny if you said that to her. Well, you obviously got over your bulimia.
No one ever wants to hear that.
No. Wow. I can see you stop vomiting.
But the first part of the story, she was eating a lot, but she was making sure she got it out of her system.
Purging.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't even recognize her. She probably, this memory is way old now, she probably gained easily 50, 60 pounds.
Yeah.
Easily.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Wow. Sometimes that bulimia suits a girl. Sometimes you ladies, it's a good choice for you.
You do it. You said it after drinking, you do it.
Well,
I can't do that.
Sometimes after a night.
Let's try to make ourselves puke right now.
Oh, that would be great. Some turkey chili with a red velvet fucking cupcake.
Yeah. Show me my contract.
How do you do it? Let's try this.
Well, what I do, sometimes I imbibe a bit too much, and
let's actually
and then
do
it
this.
hits me, and I realize I go, uh-oh, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a wasted day tomorrow because I'm just going to be so badly hungover, I'm not going to be able to do anything. So I go to the bathroom, and I go, take 2 fingers,
some belly button?
your pointer and your middle, and no.
You'll have you.
No! And I'm not going to do it. And I hook them down my throat.
Let's do it for the show.
And you got to put the little punching bag thing in your throat right between your 2 fingers.
Whoa.
And then you got to kind of wiggle your fingers around a little. And then when you start gagging, don't stop. That's your fucking time where you go even more. And then...
Is it harder for you to make yourself continue without the hand on the back of your head?
Couldn't even barely get that one out, could you, Jim?
Oh, I'm eating crackers.
Just do it a little bit.
No.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
How far down
Holy
you go?
shit, Opie just like gagged.
Okay. Wow, my eyes got watery.
Oh, man.
I don't know if
How far down?
It wasn't even that bad.
Yeah, all the way. I double dare you. That's not. He's getting close.
He's making himself
He's retching.
gag. Holy shit.
Someone else try it.
Oh, no, that's disgusting.
Come on, I'm the only one. Someone else try
Do
it.
it when I'm wasted.
Wow, my eyes are tearing. Someone else try it. Come on.
No, I can't.
People puking rules.
It really does. It used to be
Sal,
so
try it.
upsetting.
Yeah.
Now I don't care.
Try it.
Exactly. The last time I came close was the Lady Di underwear.
Just try it.
Yeah, exactly.
Do what Aunt said.
Finger
Put a
sticking
picture
throat.
of a vagina on the fucking...
I always...
He's implying stuff.
I always did it wrong. I went straight in.
No, you
But
got
to go down. Yeah, the hook is
You hook,
is
that's
key.
the move.
Go ahead, try
I think
the
I
hook.
might actually puke, though.
Try the hook.
Good.
Oh,
Go
Shit,
for it.
you better get a fucking
Try
pail.
the hook.
Exactly. Close the magnolias,
Get a garbage
Don.
pail.
Don,
Just enough
Don, close the goddamn magnolias, Don.
Just enough to gag.
Try the... My eyes are still watering.
Make him more giggy.
I didn't think it was that easy.
Could you? Why right next to me?
Well, he needs his mic.
over
He's
there.
a pro.
Come on, try it.
Put it by your mic.
Oh, he already...
already. I have a bad gag reflex.
Do you got a lot of food in you right now?
Yeah, I had a bagel.
Why did Don leave? Pussy.
Don really? Don't look, he's just
What a
walking
fucking
away.
pussy.
He didn't even say goodbye. He just left.
Taking his magnolias down, watching the...
all the way down, and then keep just jiggling.
Well, I didn't even
left
go.
and right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, and you have to go to heat.
Yeah.
You got some belly button stink?
I hate that feeling.
Oh, he's still gagging. Oh, that's bad.
That is a complete water.
That was a good
I'll
one.
try it one more time.
Okay.
All right.
Chest hurts.
Yeah, that's bad. Stop it! This is disgusting.
Yeah.
One more?
Yeah. I'll do one more. If you
tickle the uvula.
Uvula.
Yeah. You're not doing it right, though.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah, you keep hitting it with your teeth.
Oh, here goes up. It's so disgusting.
Yeah, but you rule, because I never did it that way before.
That's the way. If you ever
never made
have to
yourself
puke.
No, but I would go like straight in.
No, you gotta
like,
hook.
I understand
Hook.
what he's saying. You hook, because then you can get down the throat better.
Mm-hmm. That's where the magic happens.
Anyone else?
Nah, I'm not.
I think I'm okay.
I do it when I'm sick.
Ask Heather B.
Yeah.
Heather B?
She's right out the side of the door.
I've never puked
Heather
from
B.
eating. I've never been like puked from
Never
an
food
illness.
poisoning? Yeah.
Nope.
We're trying to make we're trying to make ourselves puke today.
You?
No, why?
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not either.
Not you. Opie and Sal.
Well, because
Putting
Aunt
their
gave me
fingers
the
down
new
it.
technique where you.
Well, sometimes I get a little, on the weekends, a little wasted, and I think to myself like. I have a moment of clarity and go, oh man, tomorrow's just going to be fucked.
By weekends,
So-
it means Tuesday.
What is
So
your
I
drink
think
of
like,
choice?
I better, I like a couple of things. I do like a little bit of wine.
Okay.
But if I'm doing some booze, it'll be I like vodka, OJ, and a splash of cranberry.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like some Captain Morgan and Coke, Jack Daniels and Coke, stuff like that. But if I'm really going, and then I look at the clock and I realize, oh god, it's 3 a.m. I am so fucking wasted. I'll purge to get that out of there.
Okay, this is not really healthy.
No,
but
it's not.
The thing is, I usually take and a leave before if I know I'm going for. Like I just had a 7-hour brunch with my girlfriends on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So I pop in a
7-hour
leave
brunch.
before I go. It's not really good to mix pills and
No,
obviously.
even a leave,
but
yeah.
I was here bright and early Monday morning. No problems, no stress.
That takes care of maybe the headache
problems.
portion of it, but
Yeah. Was he leading
Man.
to the headache because there was going to be a bunch of women talking a lot?
No, we actually don't really talk that much.
No,
It's
it's
that
too-
we eat.
there's too much-
We have a good
too many
time.
glasses up to the mouth
That's
to talk.
it. Yeah, we don't have really chat. I mean, talk about what? Everybody's good. Everybody's chilling. We don't really do that much yapping. It's just
Yeah.
all about ching 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 ching.
Yeah, a little drinking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
what
cling,
do you
cling.
like? Fucking Bloody Marys or mimosas?
No, vodka,
Oh,
pineapple
okay.
juice,
Jeez. Oh.
sangria.
Because there's a brunch drink. You can't
There
go
is.
like night
Mimosas.
drinks with the brunch.
Mimosas, Bloody Marys,
Yeah.
and Bellinis. That's the typical.
Yep.
But I mean, after 3 bottles of champagne,
Yeah,
and
right.
you kind of got to realize you need a drink.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I switched over to vodka during brunch.
Nothing better being all wasted for brunch, walking outside and the sun hits you in the eye. when you get hit by sunlight when you're drunk, it really kind of snaps you back.
Well, that's why it was 7 hours. We start in day and come out at night.
Oh,
So we
okay.
don't- we
You
don't
don't wanna
want
go
that.
out there. You
We
don't
don't
wanna
want to
do that.
go out. But what
Yeah.
kind of wine do you like, red or white? I can bring you guys wine on Friday.
I'm a red wine
red.
guy.
Red wine?
Yeah.
Strong red Cabernet.
I like a good Cabernet. I like a Shiraz. I like a
Malbec?
Chianti.
Like Malbec?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I love a Malbec.
All right, red wine on me. On Friday.
man.
Heather B.
That's the deal.
Thank you,
All right.
Heather.
Heather B.
All right, no, I didn't
Thanks,
know y'all
Heather.
drank wine. I thought it was just a tequila bunch.
Oh, no.
I got you.
All right.
Thanks, Heather. There she goes. A little popcorn, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I hear. Breakfast. She's hilarious, man.
Let's see. Let's say hi to Jimmy in Jersey. Jimmy.
Jimmy.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hello.
Listen, when I was in college, we used to make our pledges chug water till they puke, but we still do it to this day.
That's very dangerous.
Yeah, we lost one.
People
doing that.
die doing that. Their brain like fucking leaks water and you fucking die.
You can't hold it in.
Yeah.
If you guys are really trying to make yourselves throw up, go get a big glass of hot water or warm water and a big glass of cold water. Chug the glass of warm water first, and then you pound the second one, the cold one, and it'll make you projectile vomit.
Is that true?
Yep.
It could kill somebody.
Would E-Rock try that?
I think you can.
I bet it'll kill him.
Yeah. Wow.
Let's see.
See if there's a video online.
There's no water drinking, stunting allowed in radio shows anymore because of that guy that drank the water, or the woman, right?
It was the woman.
And then she got like her brain fucking drowned.
That was the famous day where we blew up our spot with MSNBC. They never used us again. Oh. But it was so worth it.
That's right. I forgot about that. Is this it? Is this the hot water, cold water puke?
Yeah, it's like a bunch of bros about to do it.
Bunch of bros. These frat boys.
Are they broing down? All right, they got the cold and the warm. Oh, shut up and just do it.
Yeah.
Muscle milk.
4 guys doing it.
Right. Young Hope's on the right.
4 guys doing it.
You gotta do it. All right, they're chugging, what, the warm water first, was it?
Yeah, they go now. Ice water.
They're gonna get sick.
I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
Oh, shut up.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
Why does it do that?
I think it's probably just a muscle contraction thing at that point.
The video is shitty, though. They're puking in shadows in the back.
I think it's like the muscles just like go cramp up and push the puke out. Or the water out.
Dad's over here. Oh, God.
It's definitely temperature related and not like sick related. This guy can't do it.
It worked.
It worked. Just puke all over the place.
That's just
oh God.
That's just a fraternity house. You don't give a fuck. Is there a better one?
Yeah, they puked
though?
all over the floor. I don't even know where they were.
Yeah, you have the pledges.
That's not bad.
Clean it up. Who cares?
Oh, is that what you do?
Oh yeah.
Have the plebes or whatever they're called.
Yep.
Wow, that was really disgusting.
I guess it works.
Yeah. Donnie Wicklund ran from this fucking studio.
All right. We'll take a break and wrap up the show next. Jimmy, you got any plugs going on today, or
where you going?
Tampa, April 11th and 12th at the Side Splitters Comedy Club.
Tampon?
Okay, well, I hope I get through this next one. Because I'm a side splitter and I tell jokes. Your sides will split.
Oh, nice.
And then April 24th to 27th here in New York at Carolinas.
It's 3 weeks away. 3 weeks out already. Yeah, we're all going. I hope everyone's getting their tickets for Jim Caroline's. How's STP with Chester? Chester, what's his last name? Chester guy. What's his name again?
Bennington.
Chester Bennington, right?
Oh, Ronnie B. Chesty B. What? Ooh, that fucking turkey chili made me hot.
Blackheart for you.
Oh, let's hear this. Chester Bennington is... okay, I don't know Blackheart. What's that? Is that a new song by those guys? I don't know that. Well,
we can't judge.
We all
gotta
know,
hear the fucking classics.
Yeah, we need a classic.
You got something? Chester.
It's gotta be weird to sing someone else's songs, though, don't you think?
Not for me.
Yeah, but someone like Chester, who's done a great job on his own.
What song is this? Oh, Dead and Blood.
Yeah, damn blood.
Smelling like the rose that somebody gave me on my birthday deathbed.
Not bad.
I am smelling like the rose that somebody gave me, 'cause I'm...
Oh, you're supposed to sing that part.
I hate when they make the crowd sing.
I pay to see you.
Right.
That's cool.
Oh, wait. I want to hear a little bit of the actual... I want to hear when he gets into, like, the actual... He sounds like he's,
it's not as strong.
He sounds like he's actually not... Like he's at his peak when he's hitting some of these notes, like he's straining.
Right.
Like it's just falling flat at some of the notes.
Oh, he does a good job, but I'd see that.
Yeah, not bad.
But I mean, Scott Weiland was a bit more powerful there, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't fucking like when you see a band live and the singer's just got that power fucking voice.
It's effortless.
Belts it out. It's effortless. It sounds just like the fucking record.
Like Eddie Vedder.
Well, Eddie Vedder, is he like that? I don't know. I've never seen him live. No, actually, I did see Pearl Jam once.
Pearl Jam live's amazing.
Before anyone even knew who the fuck they were.
But they're amazing. You gotta go.
Chili Peppers' opening act. Them and Smashing Pumpkins and the Chili Peppers, and no one gave a shit about Smashing Pumpkins.
Right.
And then Pearl Jam, people were psyched about, but it was like, oh, who's this new band?
Right. It was Jeremy. Jeremy, and that was it?
No, I think it was before that.
Before Jeremy came out?
Yeah, it was like that. Jeremy wasn't the song that was a hit at that time. It was like their first fucking hit.
What was their first hit?
I don't know. What was it?
First hit was Jeremy.
No.
Yeah.
What was Pearl Jam's first fucking hit? Come on, Travis, you gotta know.
Jeremy.
Was it?
We all know that.
Damn, maybe it was then. Okay.
We're Pearl Jam
I think so, at
heads.
least. I don't know. I don't remember back then.
I am.
I thought it was like, Even Flow. I thought Even Flow was a hit before Jeremy.
No.
Maybe.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Oh, you might
I'm
be.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, you might be right, actually.
Motherfuckers.
All right, but it was all on the same album.
Yeah, back then it was all like
but
all
they,
on MTV.
Yeah, but
and it
they
was all-
pushed a song. They pushed like one song.
Was
and
Even
that
Flow
was
the
hit.
first song they pushed?
Alive was.
Alive?
Alive?
Have we done this before?
Oh, yeah, we have. That's fine. We got a challenge coming in. Kevin in Virginia. Kevin.
Hey, how's it going, boys?
Hey, buddy.
I just want to let you know I'm a truck driver.
Oh, good. Thanks for the call. More.
I sing that song better than that guy does.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
Are you ready?
Yep.
I am smelling like a rose that somebody gave me on my birthday deathbed. I am smelling like a rose that somebody gave me 'cause I'm dead and bloated.
Not bad.
Well, yeah. Okay.
It's comparable to what we just heard.
I kind of like it with the southern accent. That's
And it was
nice.
a little show tuney. A few words were show tuney.
Show tuning. He tailed off at the last note.
I'm a little nervous. I like Plush better, though.
No,
Who
Plush
doesn't?
is a great song.
That's a good.
Another guy
karaoke
saying
song.
Scott Weiland or nothing. I kind of agree with him. I mean, Scott Weiland.
Like,
his
is that
voice
his life
ridiculous.
thing?
Yeah, he's got a lot of issues.
Wyland or nothing?
Right. That would suck.
Yeah.
It's time for the nothing part.
Like nothing.
Right.
Oh, by the way, what's Anthony's gamer tag? I finally got some Xbox going on. And
I don't think he's giving it out.
No, I'll give it out.
Oh, you are?
I'll give it out. I'm playing better these days, so I'm not as embarrassed to play with other people online. My kill-to-death ratio stinks, and I know it does, but it's because of the first few months I was playing, I was really, really bad. So I'm not very good, but at least I'm not that bad.
Why don't you start over?
I can't, because it goes with your whole thing like that you signed up as for Xbox. So it's like it's a 0.31, my kill-death ratio.
Is that bad?
Well,
It's very bad. If you have a 1, it means that you've killed as many people as have killed you. 0.3 means I've died so many more times. So my gamer tag is Bummer Rat. I am Bummer Rat on the Xbox. I'm also Bummer Rat on my PlayStation 4.
Right.
Awesome. I've always wondered about that. I remember you talking about it a long time ago, and I was like, damn, I don't even have an Xbox now.
Yeah, I've gotten pretty good. I play Call of Duty Ghosts. That's don't tell me to fucking play Battlefield. Don't tell me to play any other game. I've played those. I do still play them. Titanfall, I play that. But when I'm hanging out, drinking a few glasses of wine, playing some fucking games, it's going to be Call of Duty Ghosts. And I usually play hardcore domination. So
we usually play Black Ops 2, and I still suck at it too. We've only had an Xbox for probably about 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
So I still suck at it, and yeah, it's great when you're drunk.
Yeah, I fucking love it. And you know what I love about the Xbox One? And this is the thing that people go, oh, why don't you like the PlayStation 4 as much as the Xbox One? You could sit there with any gaming system before Xbox One. It's not that it's a big pain in the ass, but just to grab the remote, change over to your gaming system, find the controller, you're restarting a new kind of entertainment thing, going from TV to the game. With Xbox, I just sit there, and if nothing's on TV, I just go, Xbox, go to Call of Duty Ghosts. Boom, the game is fucking on, ready to play. So you're not like... You don't have to go like, I got to change over, fuck it. Right. It makes it that much easier. And then you don't have to play all night. It's a few games, and then I'll just go, Xbox, watch TV. And then get back to TV. That, to me, is worth the difference between PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. There's really not much of a difference.
Anthony, did you watch the Call of Duty championships this weekend?
No, I didn't. Why would I do that?
How awful is that?
I know, you're watching a game. I don't want to watch the game. I want to play the game.
Yeah, I was busy. I got caught up in the Centipede playoffs.
It gives you something.
I was getting my Frogger machine out of the pizza place and into my house.
I love you guys. I've been listening to you for years. Thanks a lot.
All right. Good job with the singing, too, Kevin.
Hope the Lopper don't get me.
That was a terrible thing to watch.
Yeah.
Call of Duty grand finale.
Oh, please.
And giving out his gamer tag allows everyone everywhere to know everything about you. Is that true?
Well, they'll know what I watch on TV sometimes and stuff. And
Oops.
No, I mean, Netflix, things. It's harmless. I don't give a shit.
Why would they do that?
I don't know, because it's going through your Xbox. So if I go Xbox, go to Netflix, it'll be like, oh, what's Anthony doing? Oh, Anthony's watching Netflix right now.
But why would they be able to see that?
Yeah, that doesn't. That's
Can you turn that off?
Because it'll also say like, oh, Anthony's playing Call of Duty Ghost right now. So people go, oh, let me.
Yeah, but you can't watch
with them.
They can't watch TV with you. I understand if it's a game because they're like, oh, I can now play with Anthony.
I'm not saying it's a good thing.
That's stupid.
I don't like it. It could probably be turned off.
I'm sure it can.
Yeah, go to your settings.
Privacy settings, but personally, I don't care.
Yes. Anthony is watching a documentary, Gay in America, again. The 40th
The Jim
time.
Norton story.
Oh, man. It's been a battle all morning.
Oh, my God. I backed into that one with my cheeks spread.
Wow.
Wow. That was a damn good one.
People need to know, was it even flow or alive? It wasn't Jeremy, but now people say no, it was even flow. Then people saying it was alive.
In terms of the singles from 10, to Wikipedia, Alive was first, Even Flow, Jeremy, then Oceans. They only promoted 4 singles off that album.
No.
That was a good album. I must say.
What else was on there?
Yeah, they didn't even really. Oceans wasn't even.
Yeah, Oceans didn't really push it all, to be honest with you. Black, they didn't push?
No.
Why wouldn't they push Black? That could be the best song on the whole album.
Back then, they didn't single up everything. Like an album was an album.
Oh, shut up.
You know.
Got some dumb 20-year-old hipster trying to tell me about back then.
Yeah, exactly. Tell us about the albums.
Back then? What are you talking about? You were 2. How old were you when
he was 1.5.
Let's see, if it was August of 91, I was, oh, God. That would make me 13 months.
13 months.
I just said that.
With a full beard.
So why are you telling me about back then?
Yeah, I just know about recording history.
It's
history. Oh, God.
13 months, his first words were trying to explain how his rattle got in there.
Mama.
You were right around a year old? That's crazy. No, I know you know your way around a fucking...
they called him the old 2 nookie kid.
I did it for the nookie. The nookie.
Where's my nook? Oh. God damn.
You were that young.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's just fucking crazy.
Well, the album is 23 years old. 20, right? Yeah, 23. Wow. That's sad.
Made my bones while you were banging cheerleaders.
Yep.
You guineas.
What about this Toronto guy?
Oh, this
the mayor?
Oh, that crazy guy?
We got a crazy guy on the street.
Yeah, this
man
is,
goes crazy in Toronto.
Fashion Studio 7's this magazine, and this poor girl's just trying to do like a man on the street thing.
Right.
And she had no idea this was coming. This is, here's the video.
Like the music.
What's your name?
My name? Oh, let me tell you my name. I'm confused because, you know, like we're supposed to believe in the ministry, right? So is the church and state supposed to be separate? I'm confused because I never went to school, right? Is a confused person get a resolution? I don't understand. You see, when you go like that, right, you have a cross, 2 sticks, right? And that's how I felt when I was in Waterloo. Because when I walked in Waterloo and smiled at people, they treated me like a vampire. They used the cross, and they went like this by not smiling at me. In Toronto, hey, hi guys, you know me, Steve Spiros, easygoing. Those who know me, I'm a nobody. You understand? And you can't kill a person with no body. So why am I afraid? I'm not afraid. I'm afraid of the boogeyman. Who's the boogeyman? You figure it out. I'm getting out of here. I'm going back to Waterloo where the vampires hang out. And I'm going to wear my sunglasses that night. You know why? Because women show their tits, have short skirts, and then they feel violated when I look at them. Why? Because I have sunglasses on and I'm weird. I'm from Humberside. I'm sorry if I made a fool of Humberside, but all those people who called me a sleepwalker, I woke up. Now I'm going back to sleep because I'm going to be committed in an isolation room because I'm going to go back to the ministry and allow them to perceive me as I am, a fuck-up.
Wow.
Goodbye. Hey, Toronto the good.
Wait,
look at this square. It was a shithole when I worked here. Now it looks like New York, Manhattan.
New York, Manhattan?
Where are the bums? There's no bums here. Toronto doesn't have bums. But Waterloo, they're creating bums. They created me. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's the church. Talk to the Pope. He knows everything. I had it. I'm gonna die. How can you die when you're dead?
What is?
Oh, wait a second. I'm going to be crucified, right?
Oh.
He opened his shirt and showed his chest.
Voice, because I'm committed to the Lord.
I thought it was fake at first, but
I love you.
I think he's crazy.
Yeah, but her reaction kind of makes me think that it wasn't fake.
I think he's also he wants the attention.
Oh, hi, Sam.
Me.
Decided to take a couple hours off today, I say.
Sam, are you actually going to do an after show or anything?
Were you lollygagging in the back?
What the hell were you doing for the last hour and a half?
Getting compliments from the bosses?
2 hours.
Just giving Sal some shine.
Some shine?
That's right.
He did try to...
That's what the kids say, right?
Yeah. Is that what they call it?
He did try to puke himself, so...
Yeah, I noticed that 5 minutes after he was in the studio. He had his fingers down his throat to try to impress Opie.
All right. Let's get out of here, then.
All right, let's.
And yes, I am doing an after show today. It fits into my schedule.
It does? It fits today? No WWE stuff?
Lucky nobody.
Huh?
Oh.
What?
That's your new nickname.
How was the press conference? Fun?
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah?
What'd they say? We've already picked the winners. And
Hulk wouldn't like you. He's giving his body to wrestling. It's not fake.
You did WrestleMania interviews. It's on your channel.
That's right. I talked to John Cena, Hulk Hogan, and Daniel Bryan.
You do very well in the
what
wrestling
did John
world.
see?
Those things.
John Cena what?
yeah,
No?
couldn't think of nothing.
Whoa.
What's
this from?
Fuck?
Thank you.
Dennis Falcone?
A fan.
Sealed. Look for needle marks on the top.
Exactly.
I watched the Columbo once. He was able to get fucking poison in a bottle of wine.
Huh?
Chubby brought him.
Who?
Why does he have creds?
Thank you. I'm not going
Samuel L. Jackson, Town Hall.
Not you.
When is he here?
Who kid? Get out.
Who kid?
Who kid? You like the Entenmann's?
Hey, who dat? How are you, who dat?
What up, son?
Oh, this smells so fucking good.
That's a classic crumb. Oh, that's a crumb cake.
This kid has no neck.
You know who was at the WrestleMania press conference with me?
Who kid? I saw the pics.
I know.
That is not.
I'm up on the game.
The brothers in wrestling. It's not really a big thing.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, come on, really?
Black dudes love wrestling.
Do black dudes like even since the Coco Beware left?
Caribbean people.
Caribbean people. Maybe I know Coco Beware was a big draw for the black man.
Hulk Hogan was kind of swagged out. He's not wearing cowboy boots anymore. He said fuck cowboy boots.
Who did?
Jordans now.
I think he's tamed down his shtick a little.
Yeah.
He had skinny jeans on. I was like, holy shit.
Hulkster.
Born
What's your name, sir?
Yeah,
give a mic here. What's your name, sir? Step right up. Don't be shy. Phil?
Yeah.
And you're here for the Samuel... What's Samuel Jackson?
Yeah.
When's he doing that?
Is that 11?
Motherfucker.
Really?
Damn. I'm sorry.
cool.
Did I break your concentration?
Django.
Damn.
Where'd you get the Entenmann's from?
Entenmann's.
Queens.
Oh, yeah?
Queens, love you, miss you.
Smells pure.
They have a lot
of sugar.
They have a lot of prices on this thing.
$4.99.
I see $6.30, $6.69.
That's very cool.
Thank you.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm saving
You
mine
can
for
have mine.
tomorrow.
I won't eat it, but it looks good. But no, I'm trying not to. But which one do you guys want?
Why is it $4.99?
Because, man,
it's Queens.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, it's like a discount? It's like a discounted price?
Price gouge.
Yeah.
How long has it been on the shelf?
Would you go on a bun run this morning? You go out back
Who wants mine?
behind the fucking bakeries and steal their shit? I love that.
We'll eat it tomorrow. Sam,
to do back
put these in
day.
the office. I want to eat this tomorrow. Right? Don't let them eat
a lot of crumb cake right there.
That is a lot of crumb cake. That's a fuckload of crumb cake right there.
Hey, you see your boys grilling with a shopping cart yet?
Oh, is that a good one?
His boys.
Some of his boys, right?
Your boys.
Ooh, my niggas.
Just because it was a black and boy, were they niggas. it was great, man.
What are niggas at? What are you talking
It
about?
was great. Apparently, you
Just
could
some of your
steal.
boys.
You could steal a shopping cart, right?
Yeah.
And then you know the part of the shopping cart you put the dog food in or the fucking bottled water on the bottom of the cart.
Oh, under it.
Yeah. You put the wood there. Then you put your steaks in the cart on the bottom
There you
of the
go.
cart.
They're stealing?
And you got a grill. Look.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Play some. Play
I
some.
gotta record this shit, nigga. That's what you call motherfucking ghetto families to the fullest, nigga.
Yeah, that's really ghetto
Hold
families.
on, let me get exclusive on that meat, goddamn. You know what I mean?
Let me get exclusive on that meat, goddamn.
Check the grill out, nigga. Look.
Yo, they're actually barbecuing with that shit?
Yeah. I think it's a great idea.
That's a mobile grill, nigga.
Where is this, in Brooklyn?
I think this is L.A.
Grill on wheels.
I would have went with the tinfoil.
They call it buggy, not a cart. Called a buggy. And they call that shit buggies out there.
We may have to reenact this whole thing right here.
There's some onions on this bitch. You
Give
feel
some onions on this bitch, nigga. I love these guys.
I would have whitened it up a little bit and got some nice tinfoil.
Tinfoil? What you talking?
Yeah, that's really niggery right there. Look at it.
That really is.
I don't know what
Throwing up
chemicals
gang
they.
signs.
I don't know what chemicals they spray on those shopping carts.
It's totally cool.
Is that real meat or is that another animal?
It's stolen meat.
do this shit.
Oh, yeah.
You say, you want to reenact this? Me and you and Ant?
I don't know.
Look at that meat. Yo, get exclusive on his meat. Exclusive.
We're gonna get a lot. We gotta just get a lot of meat, and then you squeeze it, tenderize it.
Shopping court.
I do that?
Yeah.
And if the cops show up, you could push your whole barbecue somewhere. You could just fucking.
Sam looks black, so
that
you look normal.
You could do that.
All
right, I don't know about tenderizing meat.
Where'd he get them tongs? Some good shit right there.
I've seen
I bet
it
that
all.
was tasty.
I think I've officially seen it all.
Seen it all.
Yeah, I'm going to Saudi Arabia today, but fuck Saudi, man.
Saudi?
I saw niggas cooking on a fucking shopping cart.
Oh, take us to Saudi.
You want to go to Saudi?
Yeah, let's do this. When are you coming back? Tomorrow?
Like you know, right? He just goes one day to
it's
halfway
amazing.
around the world for a day.
I'm really going for one day, and then I'm going to London one day, and I'm going to Marseille in France one day.
I love your Instagram.
I see London. I see France.
Definitely fucking some virgins out there. You know what I'm saying?
See a lot of young black men's underpants.
Yeah.
Right.
I get to see the
They
world.
wear 'em.
I get to see the world through your Instagram there, Who Kid. What is your Instagram? What's your Instagram again?
Just Who Kid. I'm sorry for all the Arab people.
I saw you at that. I saw you at that Paris joint.
Yeah, I was wild.
The Eiffel Tower.
Oh, the drunk tourism.
How was the Eiffel Tower?
It was cool because I DJ'd till 5 in the morning. I got so drunk that I ran out in the streets where there was nobody out there. And I was doing drunk tourism. There was no one at the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, so you
no
just
one
walk
at the
around.
Louvre.
The Louvre.
Nobody. It was like I was like the nigga Da Vinci Code out there. I was like, I was looking at the
fucking roll.
I was looking at the bushes and shit. I was like,
fucking roll.
Where's Jesus at?
Trying to figure out the signs. Trying to
Jesus was black. I don't know what you guys think.
He's trying to. What happened?
I lost my mic for a minute.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where it went. That's back.
Trying to decode that shit.
Fucking A, that's
All
funny.
drunks, you know? That's
some
fine.
funny shit.
But yeah, anyway, but I'll be out there rocking parties.
Nice. Good for you.
Formula One is out there, the racing thing.
Oh, shit.
We don't like
Yesterday-
Formula One. We're Americans.
We're Americans. We're all about NASCAR.
No, for real.
God
about
damn
the
NASCAR. God,
Well-
fuck, watch some NASCAR.
I don't understand the racing thing. Like even if you win, who cares? It's like they have like a $10 million car and they're just running around the tracks. Nobody gives a fuck. It's like a rich hobby or something.
It is.
I
It
think
is.
you're
It's like
right.
a rich hobby.
I see.
Unless it's
billionaires.
NASCAR.
A lot of white people in racing.
Is NASCAR like that too? People just
Yeah,
running
but it's a
around?
party.
White people.
NASCAR is a party.
Oh, okay.
In the infield.
There's a couple of black people.
Do the
though.
billionaires like tongue each other and stuff like that in NASCAR?
What?
No, there's no billionaires.
NASCAR is a lot more good old
Formula
boy.
One is.
Formula One is like your rich fucking European trash.
Right.
Your Euro
Billionaires.
trash.
Yeah, because
Renault.
what's his name I had on my show? Jimmy Johnson. He said they be trying to kiss him and stuff.
Really?
There goes Renault McLaren.
I love your.
Yesterday at the,
I love your rumors.
I know.
Just,
Jimmy's my, that's my nigga right there.
He can't help but make a fool of himself. Yesterday at the press conference, there was
Oh
no
my
press.
God,
There
I
was
hate
no-
you. I hate this
There
fucking
was
guy.
no fans there.
Yeah.
So it was like the wrestlers were even commenting on the fact that they were trying to like hype people up, but we were all just kind of sitting there looking at him. So it was awkward.
But now, see, you're fucking jaded. Years ago, you'd have been like creaming.
I was cheering. You could ask who could. I was
Yeah, he
cheering.
was. He was a
But it was
fucking
like
groupie.
what the rest of the people. It was a
Yeah.
Hard Rock Cafe press conference. There was like a couple dozen people there.
Mm-hmm.
But Hulk Hogan goes, "What you gonna do?" And then there's one idiot in the middle of the crowd that just starts yelling.
That's me, nigga.
When Hulk Hogan goes, what? And then he's turned around and Who Kid.
It was Who Kid?
He's finishing Hulk
But I thought he used to scream when I was young in Haiti. I thought he was screaming, "I'm coming for you," but I didn't know
He
that.
didn't. Who Kid kept doing the quote wrong.
Oh,
so Hogan
no.
kept trying to get him to start again. He kept doing it wrong.
What you gonna do? And I was
Should've
like, "Coming
leg dropped
for
you."
you," and everybody was
No,
like, "Yeah."
No, that's not how it went.
why weren't there any fans there?
They didn't let him in.
They just let press in.
Yeah, but the fans would have
that's not
really
good.
given it a lot of energy, no?
Yeah.
Sucks.
That sucks. All right, you guys
hey,
have fun. I'm
It's your
going
show
home.
now, Sam.
Yeah, whatever.
Ain't your show, lass.
Protect my
I hate
coffee
you.
cake.
You have to like diss me in front of over there with the head.
That's cool. It's like a crossover, like the old radio days.
That's right.
You used to do that. Hey, look, it's fucking,
But probably just
Hey,
wait.
thanks, Ozone. Remember that? Hey, it's Ozone. We're
guy's
taking
mad at
over
me.
for.
Come on. Hey, what are you guys doing? Hey,
Come on, Sam. Why you gonna play me like that in front of these guys?
You look
man?
like an idiot. That's why. Like yesterday.
Hey, at least he was doing something.
Yeah, man.
You're too fucking big, and you know these guys too well to be all excited anymore.
You know what Hulk Hogan said when I interviewed him yesterday?
Get the fuck away from me.
No, he did not. He said this. There's a familiar face.
Oh!
How's it going, brother? I was like, yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was digging it.
I got to say what's the half's brother to him.
Oh, that's exciting.
Brother.
And John Cena was cool too. He didn't freestyle though.
No, but he put his arm around me. Did you see him touch me?
Now, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, he has his arm around me.
E-Rock went, right?
Yeah.
Now, was he excited? Because he's kind of a little fanboy.
Yeah, but he keeps to himself.
Oh.
He's like,
He wants to think that he's on the same, like, level as, like, you, where you're like, oh, there's a familiar face, and but he's just still a little fanboy.
he was wearing a WrestleMania sweatshirt.
Oh yeah, he did.
He did.
I thought that was part of
what
the
a
swag.
dead giveaway.
No, and it was WrestleMania from like 2 years
That's
ago.
like the dick that would go to the concert wearing the concert T-shirt.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
No.
I don't understand those fans.
I don't either.
They look like they all shop at Kmart outside.
Yeah, it's called white people.
Yeah.
They had like dirty clothes. They had like dirty gear on outside.
Dirty shit, you're right.
Yeah.
That bunch of dirty motherfuckers.
Dirty shitty sneakers.
Spend all our money on wrestling shit. We don't buy clothes.
No. All right, kids. You guys have fun.